Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
1. Hey everybody, welcome back here to the CNDPC. My name is R Cryptic, and of course I am here with Mr. Neff Sensei himself. We're having a fantastic night already. 1 series down, we have 2 more to go. What's up, brother? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. This is going to be an interesting night of Dota. We're taking over for Snare and Drag and Drop. They covered the first game for us, so we didn't have to do all 3. Shout out to those 2. But YBB versus Sparking Arrow Gaming, and then following that is going to be CDEC versus Extreme. Now, okay, are you familiar with the consequences of these matches?
You know, I am, because you know we have.
I just want to be able to check if you are now.
The good old. Well, how about you explain it to me to make sure you know? No, I am. I do actually kind of know how this is going to play out. As far as standings go right now, it is incredibly close with the top 4 teams actually about to be the 5th potentially, depending on the outcome of this specific game. But Neff, do you want to? I know you probably want to explain this a little bit better, so I'll let you take it over.
Absolutely. So the top 2 teams. Oh my God, we are drafting quick. Anyways,
I was gonna say, like, we just blew through 3 picks instantly.
Yeah, they're not giving us much time for picks now. All right. So on each of these, each of the teams that are going to be playing later today, we have YBB, who is 4-1, and then of course after that we have Extreme Gaming, who is also 4-1. So if either of these teams end up dropping a match, we could potentially see, which team is going to be moving into the upper division right now. But the rest of these teams,
10 seconds remaining.
Astra Ares, Team Magma, and Sparking Arrow Gaming all only have 2 losses under their belt. So there is still a lot up in the air. We could see a lot of tiebreakers depending on the results of these next couple of matches. So Sparking Arrow Gaming really need to win this one, not only for the sake of going 4-2 and being able to finish things up tomorrow, but to make YBB here take a loss and potentially force them into tiebreakers themselves. So it's important for a number of reasons, and this team is no slouch. No,
they're not. Sparking Arrow is very good. We've seen YBB pretty much be one of the most domominant teams here in Division 2, just coming straight through the open qualifiers and just putting a smackdown on a lot of these teams. You have 2 teams at 4-1, 2 teams at 4-2, and if Sparking Arrow wins this, you now have 4 teams at 4-2.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how this all plays out. Really excited. These next couple days of the DPC are going to be absolutely ridiculously intense. Not just from a, spectator and commentator perspective, but for the players. Like each game matters so much here.
And it's got to be very stressful for them because all these games are condensed in such a short period of time. You don't have as much time to prepare for these ones. So it's less about strategy. Well, I'm sure it's about strategy, but the best teams have to win on very short notice, not having tons of prep time to review what their enemies are doing every single week, like we see in these other DPC regions. But because of that, it becomes a lot of fun to watch the region and very easy for me personally to follow.
Yep.
Because I don't have to wait a full week between when these teams are playing again, and they're continuing to just blow through this draft.
Yeah, both teams have a really good idea of what they want, but at the moment, I really favor YBB. So Death Prophet is probably one of their absolute best picks that they've gotten. I don't think they've lost with this hero yet. And I was going to say, and it's a bait because it's always Aunids in the off lane. And so they actually go ahead and respond with the Lina for the mid lane to counter out this Queen of Pain. So Sparking Arrow may have jumped the gun on that Queen of Pain pick. We'll see. But yeah, I think YBB are getting exactly what they want so far in this draft.
Yep, and to keep in mind, this is the only team that has taken a match off of Extreme and Paparazzi, who has had an amazing performance so far in this tournament. So jumping the gun against this lineup is not something you want to do. And once again, for anyone just joining us at the moment, information that we had at the start of the season, Lou, the position 1 for YBB, actually has no former competitive experience. He hit 9K MMR, and then he got invited to join a team, and tons of success so far. If you manage to make it through open qualifiers and then get promoted to upper division in China in your first competitive experience, that would be insane.
Dude's actually a Giga Chad.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has just been overall, I think a really solid performance from YBB as a team, because it like Lou has had a fantastic tournament so far, but so has Storm. I think Storm has been one of the most standout players here from the mid lane. He's the only person who has not gotten completely stomped by paparazzi, like you were talking about. And you know, he has been a very big reason that YBB have won some of their games. So it is a full team effort for sure. Sparking Arrow, obviously we have a lot of the returning players from before, and they're looking really strong, to be honest. And their only losses so far are to Magma and Shenzhen, which both strong teams, both contenders at the top. The Shenzhen loss, I believe, was early on, wasn't it? Yeah, it was literally the second day of the DPC. So
that's when the open qualifier teams were really scaring us.
Yeah, because, well, they were coming out with new drafts is what was happening. I think a lot of people weren't expecting some of the game plan, and they did actually kind of define some of what we've been watching here in Division 2, which is this like really...
Death Profit happening so often is something that wasn't really picked up as often before Shenzhen and YBB were running it. The Razor, they were picking up a lot as well, but that one's been played across every region. That one isn't too special. So they banned out the Spectre, so it's possible they're planning on sending something at...
like a Drow?
Plays a little bit further back. No, I mean, Disruptor is very easy to get on top of. Queen of Pain, the Spectre is kind of okay with that, but I'm not thinking... Maybe Drow?
I feel like if they pick Drow, it's not bad in lane against the Death Prophet, but then you have late game Death Prophet who, once they have a Blink Dagger, is going to make your life real miserable.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. Both teams are on reserve time here, but last ban for YBB, I mean, both teams need a carry, right? So is the Medusa still in? No, Medusa's banned. Phantom Assassin, of course, removed for Lou.
Yeah, you don't want to play against Lou's PA. It seems to be banned out almost every single game against him. So at the very least, they at least have like his pub match data to go through, even though he doesn't have any competitive experience. And they're probably just going, okay, this guy's got a lot of PA games. We'll probably just ban that out.
Radiant team
but yeah,
pick. Dire team pick.
Gotten rid of. They do get rid of the Drow, so that's what they're concerned about when they see.
No.
Can I get a hoo hoo ha ha, Ricky?
So this is what I was wondering. I was like, my thought process was like, the only reason you ban the Spectre here is if you actually want to pick something like a Sniper or Drow, like realistically, because like looking at their bans, it makes a lot of sense. You got rid of PA, Faceless Void, and the Spectre. The question is, what else can you pick from the safe lane that actually does pretty well into the Sniper? And in my opinion, it's a carry that can build Blink Dagger. So probably actually, can you pick Sven into the Beastmaster? Yeah, you can pick Sven here.
You could, but I'd much rather have something with jump, anything with jump here. I'm not sure how you round this one out. I mean, they're laughing right now.
Sparking Arrow, dude, they've already started the ho ho ha ha, man.
Yeah, Ricky is too much, right?
There's no way you can pick Ricky here. There's way too much burst damage on Sparking Arrow.
You may now select
You
your
were
heroes.
absolutely correct, Ricky. They do end up picking the Sven. They're going to go for either a Blink Dagger or a Stormhammer on hit, but I still think it's going to be difficult to get your hands on this Sniper. This was, I gotcha for sure.
It is.
I thought we were done with these keen folk pickups here. Yeah, a lot of them have been starting to fall off. Snapfire. Actually, Snapfire has been picked up a little bit more.
Snapfire's top tier for sure.
Tinker,
mostly just because of certain offlaners.
Yeah. Tinker's getting picked up, I think, in Europe, but, you know.
Mostly a pub hero right now.
Yeah, weak Dota region anyways.
True. Yeah, I would say right now, I really do like the draft that YBB has put together. I mean, they've got a lot of their comfort picks, right? You get A-Units, Death Prophet, Storm on Lena. Whether or not it's enough to deal with Sparking Arrow, who have a lot of big team fight potential, we'll have to find out. Lou Sven's got to do some big work. He's got to find a lot of farm. Then he has to get to that Blink Dagger, right? That's pretty much.
The man's ripped though. I'm sure he can do some heavy lifting this game.
True.
Is of God's strength after all.
That is true. I'm excited, man. This should be a very fun series. It's going to be a lot of intense action. And for those of you who are just tuning in, maybe you missed the intro, these games are super important. We have only 2. This is the second to last day of Division 2. There's only one more day, so we are rounding out this DPC very soon here, and each of these teams need to pull out a win to have any chance of being promoted to Division 1. So
you do say that,
Prepare
but if you include this series, this is the second last day, but we still have 5 series to complete.
We do.
2 days, but a full week in any other region is coming up here, so a lot to look forward to these last couple of games, you guys. Make sure that you don't miss any of this action.
Yeah, dude, Friday is gonna be so sick. I cannot wait. All right, jump into the game. Thank you, Dawnbreaker.
Imagine tiebreakers, man.
Dude, I don't even want to think about that right now. I'm just thinking about this game, dude. Also, can we just talk about the fact that this is a Grand Master Queen of Pain D-Stones. It's one of his absolute best heroes. He's even got the upgraded Arcana. I mean, this guy means business. It's such
can you pull that up
beautiful
for
set.
the viewers?
Oh, yeah, I already did. You think I wouldn't have done that already? Come on. I love me some good hats. It's like the first thing I did when I got in game.
So he's got the Immortal everything, then he's got, oh sorry, the Arcane everything, and then the Immortal Whip. Easy MMR. There was a bug for a little while with this Queen of Pain set. When you popped an illusion rune, either your game would crash or there would just be like particles flying everywhere all over your screen. It was
Wait,
like one
really?
of the 2. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, I've got a clip of it somewhere, but I do believe that they have fixed it since then.
That's nice, at least.
Yeah. It was something to do with like an illusion rune, and I think you could do it with a Manta style as well. I think you like blinked and popped illusion like very quickly, and it would just bug out. Anyhow, enough about that. You're talking about the mid lane. The Queen of Pain obviously doesn't do great against Alina. Eventually, like you're not gonna be able to play close enough to Alina to actually get your daggers off onto her. If you do, you're gonna take some pretty heavy punishment a lot of the time. When you want to go into the lane to drop your Scream of Pain, she's going to be able to hit you with a light strike array, or you know, get a couple of right clicks off after a Dragon Slave. So the Quap is going to struggle here, and if Storm chooses not to trade with the D-Stones here, then he's going to be able to move to the jungle and just out CS this Quap instead.
Queen of Pain has been a hero that farms pretty dang well, like surprisingly. Like in this patch, like we saw yesterday, Paparazzi was just crushing the net worth chart. He was #1 despite, you know, his team getting a free Aghanim synth from Roche. So you can find a lot of farm in the hero, but not as early on as like Alina can. The question is, you know, I guess the itemization, because Lena always goes these like boots of travel into BKB, so it slows you down a little bit.
I mean, for a little bit, then before you like pick back up, because you're able to play very aggressive and shove lane safely when you have bots BKB. She gets herself her bottle to start this one out. We can take a look at some of these other lanes, because I don't imagine there'll be any kills happening in the mid, even though CS War is always interesting to watch. In the bottom lane, we don't see too much sniper. I believe this is the first one I've seen here in the CN region.
This is, yeah. We have not seen a sniper pick so far in the CN DPC. It is something that I thought has like some potential just because of like the changes to take aim. Like this ability is so strong in certain scenarios. So plus shrapnel is a great farming ability. Ogre falling on top, just the bugs on him. All right, he'll be fine, he'll salve up. But yeah, what do you think? Do you think this sniper is gonna work out, or is it
I think it's very good against a lot of these heroes. Everybody who they're playing against likes playing against melee heroes. Pain has a very easy time getting Fiend's Grip off onto them. Nightmares, Death Prophet as well with the Soul Siphon. Ogre Magi's got very poor cast range with his Fire Blast. So picking a super far back range hero, especially after they banned out that Spectre. So that definitely slipped YBB's mind. Oh, Lena.
I was gonna say Storm just got really low in the mid lane, just trading there with the Queen of Pain, and actually just went 2 points in the Scream, which I think is how you want to play this lane, because that you're not gonna, like you said, you're not gonna get daggers off consistently on the Lena.
Yeah, you'd be throwing out like maybe one dagger to get the slow off. It kind of be able to trade with her, but you want to be maxing out Scream for Extra farming speed.
You want to talk about the Sven versus Beastmaster lane?
Absolutely.
So lose Sven, last pick here in the draft as a response to the
So I
sniper.
would, but Disruptor's getting gone on the bottom lane.
Oh, he is indeed TP out. It's just that simple
Yeah, it's
sometimes.
just that easy. Just TP out, everybody.
Smart play by him. Provides a little bit of space for the sniper in the lane as well.
All right, now we can talk about the top lane.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Yeah. So they do have I mean, Lou is going to be able to cleave down Boras that Flyby tries to play too aggressively with. He can storm bolt them as well, just because it's the AoE. You got 2 at the moment. I think like whenever he tries to run these at him, he just does the storm bolt off on the 2 boards. You get a lot of XP for clearing them. It's like 60 XP per boar.
That's exactly what he's going to do.
Insane.
And I was going to say, with the ignite, if it connects, no, it does not. But
Isn't it?
he's still doing all right. He's getting a lot of solo. Ooh, his courier almost died to some jungle creeps, but it's going to die to Son Goku now.
Dyer's
Yoink.
courier has been killed.
Nice pull by Rain. Going to be contested by the Weaver though.
He's going to play back here. Just, not going to go. All right, never mind. Got a couple of them though.
Sakuchi is a strong ability. I don't. It still might not be worth.
CS.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
it did.
That's not bad.
I was gonna say, do you think it would have been worth for Rain to just drop a sentry and go for like a Stormbolt play there? Or?
No, I think it would have gotten away, especially with Flyby playing relatively close. Bottom lane.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're looking at A-Unit here. They are gonna be able to make it away. Okay. No glimpse from the Disruptor quite yet. Was holding the point, but did not have the vision anyway. Salve up from the Bane.
Dyer's bottom
He's going to return to the
tower
lane.
is under
So he
attack.
is just rushing these boots of travel. We've
Radiant's
seen him
top
do this a
tower
couple
is under
times now,
attack.
where he just goes this like double null tally off lane into the boots for the Death Prophet, and it works out pretty well.
Yeah, but I think that means they can have bots and several heroes. So as soon as the laning phase ends, they can have a lot of movement speed, but not tons of ability to fight into Sparking Arrow Gaming. Unfortunately, they're going to have to play a little bit slower. They don't have a ton of front line on SAJ, so they don't have heroes that can just run at YBB and dive towers. The only person they have who's that tanky is going to be the Beastmaster, who's doesn't even boot speed himself yet. He's just Helm Fire and Will first. So they can't punish this greedy double bots build coming in from YBB. I think Sven can just go farming items as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just gonna.
And that's the thing with the Sven. Like I kind of forgot about it in terms of like why it was also another really good pick. It is a hero that just deals with the Helm and the Overlord creeps so easily, right?
Yeah.
Like late game, you can just for them and then chop them down in just a matter of seconds. So
Speaking of chop down, Lou.
Lou is getting crushed here by these double boars, and the monk that bugs from the backside. This is going to be a kill onto the Sven, and first blood goes the way of the Weaver. Rain, nice stun underneath the tower, but he doesn't have any more mana to work with. So
Even get the Observer Ward. You hate to see it.
yeah, that was just right on the edge there, huh? So really well played. This top lane, the Beastmaster having a fantastic time. Gonna have that Helm of the Dominator here. I'd guess Sven probably just starts rotating into the jungle once he gets to level 6. He's just gonna do it now.
Yeah, he doesn't want to deal with this anymore. He realized, okay, well, Beastmaster, he's gonna have Roar in just a moment. He's level 5 before he got that kill on me. He's gonna have his helm done before long as well. Like, yeah, he's 1 gold away, so there's no way he'd be able to lane against him at that point. Excuse me. Weaver got a lot of gold for that kill onto the Sven as well. So he's got his urn completed, working on his Spirit Vessel next, and work wonders against A-Unit on this Death Prophet, who's almost hit her level 6. But
Dyer's bottom tower
now that
is
you've got
under
the
attack.
Helm Dom completed, heroes kind of move back on YBB. You can start to play, start to shove in these lanes, play a little bit more aggressive. I think D-Stones will be starting to set up kills as well. I'm gonna be wanting to drop this Sonic Wave onto somebody.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
So more aggressive wards is what Son Goku's trying to do, but get scouted out while he plays that one.
Yeah.
And bold move by Lena to farm this up regardless of knowing that we would just place that ward. 928.
He's not gonna do anything. Okay.
Gap the distance on Disruptor. Maybe if he had 2
Roar
points
top
in the-
lane. Beastmaster just gonna go and drop it as D-Stones makes his rotation up here. Plenty of vision obviously coming out because of the Hawk, so they will grab themselves another kill here in the top lane and start pressuring the tower with the Helm of the Dominator.
I mean, that's exactly why Sven left the lane. He knew that would happen to him, if not the Ogre, so better your position 5 than your position 1.
Absolutely.
He's got 3 points to the Great Cleave, though. He's farming up the jungle, and you know, Power Tread, Mask of Bandits will be coming in next, so we will. I think he'll outfarm the sniper. Speaking of,
Managed to take 928 or 8 it down in the bottom lane. 928 will survive, but that was an exorcism commitment. So yeah, I missed that one, unfortunately.
Invisibility.
worries. I mean, this happens when you've got nothing but all these stat items, and you don't have your boots of travel just yet. You're like 8 minutes into the game, and all you've got is double null. You become fairly weak if you're sitting on 1,300 gold.
Zone down to the jungle now. Probably going to start making his way towards the triangle. There is another ancient stack being made, but they do have vision of this. The ward's been here. D-Stone is invis, drops a sonic wave onto both of the supports, but a really fast nightmare from 928. They can follow up Fire Blast with the Light Striker away, try and take down D-Stone's on the Queen of Pain, but he gets the blink out, and 928 going to be finished off there by the Weaver. Rain, Fire Blast cooling down in just a second. Couple auto attacks, but he gets the Sakuchi off last moment. And D-Stones comes back in. Glimpse gonna find Storm stuck inside the shrapnel. He will find the Weaver, but can he get away himself? Light Striker Ray does connect at the very end, but the Queen of Pain give him the vision they need. Now it's A Unit's turn. Lou comes in on the Sven, hits D-Stones with the Stormhammer and chops her down. Ends up kind of equalizing this fight, but a really sick play there from Sparking Arrow.
Yeah, I think they were trying to bait them out, or maybe they just forgot that that Observer One was still standing there. They waited a little bit too long. Because of that, they end up losing several important heroes. They lose that Lina was the very big one, but like you said, equalized it by getting that kill off of the Queen of Pain at the end. Lou happening to have good positioning, and that will accelerate his farm just a bit. It could have turned out a lot worse if you didn't get the Quap on the way out, but yeah, ends up only being like 160 gold swing and like 300 XP for the side of Sparking Arrow Gaming after all the dust settled there.
Yeah, Lou did manage to transition that into like clearing 4 ancients, right? 4 sets of ancients, so ended up not being that bad. Oh, Fire Blast on the Weaver. Lou has mana for a Stormhammer, just waiting. Can connect, but can they actually finish him off? On 30 HP, the Ignite, one more tick, got him.
They ran the numbers. Obviously, I was going to say they didn't do that one properly, but they ran math. Let's be real here.
Yeah, these guys don't make mistakes.
Honestly, this analyst just can't do math right.
NA School of Maths, man. You should have gone to a more prestigious university.
You see that? Never mind. Keep it on topic. Keep it on topic. Mid lane, Lina's gonna shove in the wave. She's gonna abuse this Arcane Rune, kind of just pull further ahead with CS. And you know, this is something that we said would happen. Even though Queen of Pain's got 2 kills, 2 assists under her belt, she does not farm nearly as fast as this Lina, with this Fiery Soul being knocked out after the Dragon Slave. You clear out camp so quickly, creep wave so quickly, and does have the boots of travel, going for this BKB next. The most common build that we see on Lina.
Absolutely. It's pretty much the default at this point, the bots into BKB. It just makes you have this like incredibly strong timing, and she's no longer vulnerable, right? Because that's the big thing. This hero hates getting ran at. You still have to deal with Roar and Sonic Wave, which both pierce the BKB, but it's not as easy to catch her. It's a heavy commitment, right?
Yeah, it's interesting the build which has been developing for Lina over time. Like a lot of time people just go straight DPS and go Egg and Scepter a little bit after other things, but now they go for the BKB. They get the Satanic like after a big damage item, like you go Silver Edge into Satanic after BKB boots of travel, and it does a lot of damage, and you're too tanky to bring down. They pop a smoke and they turn their eyes towards the top lane, but they might just catch out this Disruptor instead.
Yeah. They have that Fiend's Grip available, and that's what they really want to go ahead and use, but against a Disruptor, you have to catch them with a Nightmare, otherwise it's
not worth coming that Fiend's Grip for. They're
gonna find Flyby here. Hiding behind the trees, though. Gets the Fiend's Grip running, but he commits a Static Storm, and then there's the glimpse in time. A Unit now trying to close the gap, but slowed down by the Boars. Unable to join the fight. Okay.
Dude, I hope he very least gets this Helm Dom in the board. Yes!
Imagine if he
kills the menagerie. Yeah, that would have been sad. But that ends up being a lot of XP and gold. I mean, just a couple of creeps you get instead of a hero kill, but it's worth almost as much between them all. You did have to quit the Exorcism and the Fiend's Grip, though, and your Lina ended up getting shut down there as well. That was a very quick reaction.
By the bottom lane, might have just gotten baited by the Weaver as D-Stone's going to TP in, blinks on forward.
Luke could just TP out, but he's opting
Could.
to walk away.
He's baiting. He wants them to come forward. Sonic Wave comes out. D-Stones just lets it rip, but gets caught by a Stormhammer into an Ignite and Fire Blast underneath the tower. And now D-Stones may have come a little bit too far. He will finish off Lou. What a Chad. He's like, I'm taking you with me, baby.
Oh, let's go. Yeah, ATM7. That was the optimal play there by D-Stones.
Yeah,
there it is.
They're like, well played, well played.
Real recognizes real, man.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That was one heck of a flex right there from D-Stones.
Radiant structures are
Yeah, no way he was getting out of that one. Unfortunately, looks like they're gonna lose, or at least take a lot of damage on. Yeah, they'll probably lose this tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. Looks like Disruptor has no interest heading down. His static storm is still in cooldown for a couple seconds as well, so I very much doubt that he'd be able to turn that. 928. Oh, he left just before he came by.
Yeah.
He could have gotten the nightmare off onto him.
That was very close.
He might still. Does he have vision?
I mean, they see him under a ward, but they don't have the range. Mid lane, though, Lina will find Disruptor, though, stuck here inside Sniper. Oh, the illusion, it will save him for the moment. I thought he was going to save it, but didn't end up needing to. Jump onto the other side, though. D-Stones will be able to finish off Rain, so he does sacrifice himself for his mid laner.
Yep, I know what you were going to say. You thought he was going to save the illusion to dodge the assassinate, right?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he doesn't have assassinate.
Yeah, I was going to say, once I clicked him, I was like, yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
The illusions also instantly died to the shrapnel, so
Yeah.
it was like the shrapnel and a maelstrom proc just instantly.
He
killed him.
dispelled, I think, the shrapnel damage. Oh no, you can't dispel that. I think maybe he wouldn't get a vulnerable tick there. Oh.
Yeah. Goku happens to walk right into a sentry, catches an Light Strike Array into a Fiend's Grip. A little bit of a trade there for the mid tower, but overall, pretty good win there for Sparking Arrow. I mean, you take down the mid tier 1. That's a big.
The Beastmaster thanks you.
I wonder what the Beastmaster's saving his helm dom for. He didn't. He could have just dominated a Centaur, but chose not to. So I'm wondering if he's like saving the cooldown for the Overlord or something. But I don't.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Okay. Nice pick off there from Storm, kills the Disruptor once again.
He was, trying to get D wards off into the enemy team jungle. Out way too far by
Radiant's
himself,
middle
but
tower is under attack.
He got the D ward. So
he did get the D ward.
mission accomplished.
Yeah, that's exactly what Flyby is doing.
Radiant's middle tower
45
is
seconds
under
on his Helm of the
attack.
Overlord. I think he probably wouldn't have been able to dominate a creep, but he would have just lost his Centaur not long afterwards. So he's got the money for it now, and he's going to take this Thunderhide, which is the optimal creep. Or at least it was up until they increased the mana for everything. They nerfed the Thunderhide.
Dude, that hero, that creep was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous with the Helm of the Overlord because of all the extra base damage that you get from it.
Also, it just had so much mana regen,
Yeah.
so you could just constantly like spam slam on the wave, and it would just die.
The real carry of this game is now the Ancient Thunderhide, to be honest.
Yes, of course. Frenzy for the Sniper, pretty big buff. They're gonna be able to just focus on Roshan here. It doesn't look like they'll be able to contest at all. And that's gonna grab himself the Aegis of Immortality.
I'm not sure they're going to be able to bring him down twice. I mean, you have to commit like a Fiend's Grip to put your
Radiant's
Sven pretty
bottom
far out of
tower is
position in order to get
under
on top of him. They do have a Blink Dagger right now on the Sven, but he doesn't have the BKB yet, so he's going to take a ton of magical damage, just get kited out if he tries to commit onto Sniper. Like when that level 3 Shadow Strike is on him, he's not walking anywhere. He's not going to be able to keep up with the guy.
Yeah, I think the lineup of YBB really comes online with their BKBs, and right now they just don't have them. Like, you need a BKB on the Death Prophet, you have it on your Lina, but you also need one on your Sven to fight into the Shrapnels, as well as just like the Boar Slows. It's ridiculous. Yeah, you just get kited way too hard. Mid lane, trying to wrap around onto Goku, but he time lapses himself out of there.
He's making space for them to not grab this mid tower while they take the tier 2 top, so Sparking Arrow Gaming making great movements around the map, and now they're going to be ready to take the fight into you.
Yeah, they're going to find the D ward here. Sven, Blink reveal, comes out, ends up getting caught by the Disruptor. He's going to need a little bit of help, though. Silence out on over to the Weaver, pop the dust on Ogre, and he is alone. Going to grab that Sonic Wave onto Lou, and he is just getting melted by the Sniper. 2 big kills go the way of YBB, and that's what we're talking about. You need the BKBs here.
Yeah, that Sniper was pumping out more than 250 damage per auto attack there.
Yeah.
You only hit him 4 times and did like 1,000 damage.
Well, he just activated take aim, right? So he just headshot every auto attack, plus, you know, Maelstrom proc as well. So a lot of damage.
It comes back straight into that Sonic Wave and up doing 550 pure damage as well. The BKB is absolutely crucial here, but they're not going to wait right now on Sparking Arrow Gaming. They've hit their timings. This is what we were talking about, that Helm of the Overlord on this Beastmaster. Storm, they didn't have...
Bottom lane pops the BKB, trying to take down the Disruptor, won't finish him off in time. Instead, use that BKB to TP home.
All right. Lena's out of there, but still no real solution for this sniper. The Sven would have to get on top of him, and he's not able to. Ogre Magi punished immediately. Here comes Sven.
Sven, though, yeah, finds Beastmaster, but the headshot, it's canceling his auto attacks. He just dies. Oh, no.
Oh, the tip comes out. It's a disaster. He can't do anything. There's such a huge slow on it.
Dude, watching someone get headshotted and 4 autos in a row get canceled, that is... Oh, that feels so bad. Gosh, that feels so bad.
He needs the BKB so badly. He isn't able to do anything at the moment, though. He needs, if he's going on anyone, the stun needs to come in on the sniper. But again, they don't have anyone to get that distance. Spectre might be able to do it if you had like Aghanim Scepter or Blade Mail or something. You could stay on top of him, but that's why they banned out the Spectre. They saw this draft and they go, okay, well, we're not playing a melee core against this lineup. And again, the only match in the C and DPC where Sniper has been picked up so far ends up being just the perfect Sniper match.
Yeah, and he is incredibly farmed. The Eye of Scotty is going to be coming here fairly soon. Arguably, I think one of the 5 best items in Dota 2 right now. It is essential that someone buys one in pretty much every game for your team. So, Sniper, really strong with that, obviously. Be able to kite out these heroes and even more. No chance you get away from this hero once he has it.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
It's been slow, or well, rather on ranged heroes anyways. Work wonders. You know, BKB is going to be much against that Eye of Scotty, and we'll lose your tier 3 here.
Dude, it is 20 minutes. You have a sniper pick, and they just took your tier 3.
Yup. That Dota sometimes. They're going to get back now, though. D-Stone's TP's to the top lane, and they do see that. They're going to try to make a movement here on YBB. Sven, unfortunately, on the other side of the map. He went to... was going to go back, try to fight with his team, but it's going to be long gone.
Yeah, Storm will finish off the Disruptor. I mean, you found the Disruptor now for like the third time on this Lena, but they're never getting anything else out of this, and they need to. Oh.
They see his courier. They know it's going towards the sniper, but with this whole team here, it's difficult to... They kept their vision on him again, thanks to that Observer Ward. 928.
It's so hard.
He would love to go for that, but with the Weaver there, it makes it more difficult. And I think once this Weaver gets the Aghanim Scepter, there's going to be no way you kill the sniper. The only way I see that happening right now is a Fiend's Grip, and if you can dispel that, then off you go. He's just dead. He's going to have to pop his BKB and TP. I think he can't even do that.
Yeah, Sonic Wave. They just took way too much damage. Arm comes in for this. Gonna pop that Shadow Blade. They drop the Sentry and try and find him, but he's too fast. He's just gonna zoom his way out of this, out of the danger zone here.
Yeah, he waited too long to do that on the Death Prophet. The minus armor ended up stacking up on him, and he took too many auto attacks, so just ended up getting melted before he could TP out.
Goku almost has an Aghanim Scepter, just 650 gold away here for the Weaver, and that is going to be a huge timing for Sparking Arrow, so good luck killing the sniper.
You have the BKB completed on this Sven. Unfortunately, the sniper has the Eye of Scotty. He is not easy to blow up anymore.
No, not at all. And after this, you can just go like
HP.
Butterfly, right? Like, what do you do when he has Butterfly?
Right.
Rain here. So we're going to be found by D-Stones and quick TP out, but Disruptor there to cancel it once again. Out of anger, Rain's going to go and stun up that Queen of Pain, but goes the way of Disruptor. Another kill here for Sparking Arrow's bags. They now have a 3,000 gold lead. They're starting to really take over.
I mean, it's a 3,000 gold lead, but the amount of control that they have over this map makes it feel so much worse than that. Sure, Lena's still the most farmed hero in the game. Sure, Sven is reasonably farmed, but I don't see them capable of taking team fights even still.
Dude, the 3K gold lead is literally
They see Queen of Pain TP back to the base, so they need to take something like right away. Yeah, they smoke up. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure they're just grouped up here and sitting on the triangle in order to like keep control of the Roche Pit for the next couple of minutes.
Dire are scanning.
Dude, look at Weaver's net worth compared to the other supports here. That's where your gold lead is, and it makes a huge difference, right? Like he has the Aghanim Scepter Spirit Vessel now done.
Oh yeah. This eggs. I don't think they know that he has it yet. They're gonna see him in a moment. No, he's
Oh, they thought it was real, and now Flyby catches him with a roar. Sven needs help. Spirit Vessel's on. A unit goes in, but just gets caught by that Sonic Wave trying to disengage. They still haven't been able to get on top of MS and Rain. The sacrificial lamb to go down. Storm deciding maybe I can go in onto the sniper. No, you can't. You can't at all. Luke comes in. Stormhammer finds him on the backside, but he just doesn't have the damage. Trying to chop down Flyby, gets the kill, but there it is. The time lapse saves MS back up to full HP. The GG out as both cores go down. A 5-man wipe for Sparking Arrow to round out game number 1.
yeah, it doesn't get any better than that. That sniper at 50% slow off for the Kid Pain. After she tried to blink away as well, it just wasn't able to go anywhere. Too tanky with that Scotty, and I think all hope was lost after they saw the sniper back up to full with that time lapse. Nothing they were able to do, and even though it was only like a 6k gold advantage at the very end in a 9-19 game, like it felt so much worse than that in the fights. They knew that no matter how they approached those, unless Sparking Arrow Gaming like sat the enemy sniper in front of the rest of the team, there was no way that they were going to lose that. So SAG, no slouches, and they end up taking a game off of one of the top sitting teams you're going to see in DPC Division 2.
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Weaver.
In 3, 2. Hey everybody, welcome back here to the CN DPC. My name is Art Cryptic, of course, here with Neff. We're going into game number 2 of our second series here. It's YBB versus Sparking Arrow Gaming, and game 1 is was pretty sick. A little bit of, I would say, an upset in most people's eyes.
In some people's eyes. Other people might argue that YBB have had a standout performance here in the CN DPC. You know, they did have players that were removed from the previous Extreme Gaming roster. They had people that were forced to come through open qualifiers here, but managed to make it to the top of the group at the current stage. Took a game off of the only people to take a game off of Extreme currently. And Sparking Arrow Game, they ended up picking apart their draft, realizing the weaknesses with it. And YBB, they're a little bit rattled after that last game. They don't want to deal with that as the Beastmaster again. And hopefully that won't allow them to, you know, grab a sniper when they have no way of closing the gap. Other than that, they're going to go back to the 2 heroes that they picked in the previous game. Sparking Arrow, they started this draft off, with this Weaver and the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, I think the Beastmaster Weaver, they thought they were going to be able to do better against in lane, and then very much struggled against. So I'm not surprised to get rid of the Beastmaster. The Weaver obviously going to be picked up by Sparking Arrow, but it looks like YBB get their favorite hero, which is the Razor, and almost guaranteed to be Storm playing that one in the mid lane into that Queen of Pain. So we'll see how this plays out. I'm pretty sure he has had an incredible performance on it so far. So should be interesting. See how that is quite different from game 1.
Yeah. Now, a couple things that have made it through here. Death Prophet, which they ran in the previous game, but they didn't end up taking the win with it. They've still got the Phantom Assassin in the pool as well, and they banned out the Viper on Sparking Arrow Gaming. So maybe they're just trying to bait out a Phantom Assassin pick, because Viper is one of the best counters against it. With that, you know, Nether Talk and being able to apply the break. We'll see though. I've got tons of reserve time on both of these teams, but I imagine they're a little bit shaken after that last game. So what their last ban here is they've gotten rid of the Disruptor and the Beastmaster. Worried about just getting caught out or Sparking Arrow Gaming running back the same strategy. To drop a game here would make your journey into the upper division so much more difficult. But this would secure a much easier time for Sparking Arrow Gaming.
Yeah.
They still have, I think, they have this game now and then a last series against Extreme. So if they could upset both of these teams, I'm not even sure the upset is the right word for it, but if they could take a game off of YBB, who's the top, one of the top 2 teams, then Extreme Gaming, which is one of the top 2 teams, they would end this at 5-2 overall. It would force Extreme Gaming and YBB to a max of a 5-2 as well.
And Aster Ares can only be as a max 5-2.
Yeah. So Aster Ares has to play.
Sparking Arrow can make some big plays here. Yeah,
Sparking Arrow, if they were to win this series and the next one, they could force a 4-way tie for the first to 4th place. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. They still have this match to win. It would be absolutely hilarious to see, but I think it would make everybody's life, the player's life, well, a nightmare, the TO's life a nightmare, our last nightmare. We might see another like unbreakable tie between the team scenario like we saw in the previous season. For anyone not familiar, in season 2 of the CN DPC last year, there was actually there's a 3-way tie for second place. Each team went 1-1-1 against each other before it was forced to go to time based scoring because there were inconclusive results. And which was it that got promoted again?
Royal Never Give Up.
That was, yeah. Wait, no, it was LBZS who got promoted last season, Division 1.
Was RNG the first seed? Is that what it was?
First seed was Phoenix Gaming.
Oh, how did RNG make it up there? Oh, they just bought Elephant slot.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Elephant went down to the lower division, and they sold their slot to Neptune Gaming.
Yeah, that's right.
But unfortunately, Neptune Gaming was knocked out, so that slot didn't last too long, unfortunately. They played all their games first as well. But Faceless Void, Snapfire picked up, so they have a lot of damage pumped into this Chronosphere between the Queen of Pain and the Snapfire. But Faceless Void has a work cut out for him as far as being a frontliner. It's all likelihood going to be position 1 Faceless Void, but every so often we still see it on the 3. We also saw Queen of Pain on the 3, didn't we?
Storm Spirit!
I don't think I have. We might have, but I don't think so.
Definitely.
Was it you and me?
Dire team ban.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Fairly sure. Everything kind of becomes a blur after a little while, though.
I don't think I have seen it, so it might. I mean, maybe it's hard to say. But the last phase of picks here are going to be coming out from both
10
teams, and
remaining.
I mean, you grab Storm Spirit here, so now you're
5
kind of changing
seconds
things up.
remaining.
This, I feel like, is not a hero we see all that often, and it's picked. What I'm assuming would be
team
for
ban.
your mid lane, but isn't it like hard countered by the Queen of Pain? So is this some like off lane storm shenanigans we're about to see get pulled out from YBB?
Dire team ban.
No, it's definitely going to be a mid lane Storm. There's no way they don't run the Storm Spirit in the mid lane by the signature player, Storm.
Radiant team.
I mean,
pick.
Razor is his signature hero, but
They'll run the Razor in position 1 or 3 here. I mean, the Razor is so much more flexible than the Storm Spirit.
yeah. That's what I thought. I just think it's weird picking this into the Queen of Pain, but the Storm Spirit so far, based on lockdown, the only thing I have to worry about is a Orchid
10
and a
seconds
Chronosphere.
remaining.
So pretty safe game here from him so far. Last
5
pick's going to
seconds
definitely be the
remaining.
off laner for Sparking Arrow, at least what we'd assume would be the off laner, unless they want to take this Faceless Void. But need something that pairs well with the Snapfire in my eyes. So something with a stun, decent physical damage. They ban the Tide Hunter. They ban
Night Stalker.
Night
Mars has
Stalker.
already gotten rid of by Sparking Arrow Gaming their first ban. So like the first thing that comes to mind to pair up with the Snapfire because it goes so well with Spear and Arena. Don't have a ton of time left. I mean, you've got a couple options. You got like Centaur is a position 3, but I don't think it's going to be that great here. Not when you're playing against like potentially a Razor is the off lane. There's just not a ton of position 3 heroes that are going to provide extra lockdown for you at this point. I think they've done a pretty good job at taking them down. Doom would have been like the best hero they could have picked, but YBB were wise enough to ban that one out. 40 seconds left though, and yeah, it was game 2 of Sparking Arrow Gaming versus. Oh, you went there. I think it was.
Dire team pick.
You were there. It was game 2 of Sparking Arrow Gaming against Aster Ares.
I was not there. That was the night I was not working. Haha, I was right. I was like, I'm pretty sure I haven't seen this. Wait, isn't that the night I wasn't working?
10 seconds remaining.
That was the night I wasn't working, correct. Okay. They go ahead and grab Sand
5
King here.
seconds remaining.
Last pick for Sparking Arrow. I mean, could you take a unit Storm off lane and then just pick a heavier counter here to the safe lane?
But no, he was middle lane. I'm confused now. I wasn't working that match either. For some reason, I could have sworn that I saw a Queen of Pain off lane, but I'm crazy.
You just
anyway,
dreamt
back
it.
on topic
It's
of this game. Yeah, I dreamt Dota. I've been casting too much CN. The Sand King position 3. It's been a little bit less popular. It was banned out a lot around TI though, and just before TI.
It was a lot stronger than. This was also before some of these other heroes started popping up in the meta, and Armlet started becoming like a super
Wraith King.
sick
Choose your
item.
hero.
Okay, Wraith King. I don't know why I didn't think of this one. This is like a clear, obvious Wraith King game.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer against the Faceless Void. He chronos you, you get back up, you beat him down. But unfortunately, you don't have a ton of armor, so you can be punished.
It's good into the Sand King, though, is the thing, too. Like, it's a strong lane matchup for Wraith King.
Mhm.
So, overall, I mean, I like this last pick for Lou, which it is going to be the A-Unit Razor. Like I said, they could just flex it to the off lane and pick a better safe lane.
Yep, they actually ran this in Europe a little while ago. The Snapfire up against the Wraith King. I think Tundra was the team that ran the Snake King, was playing the Snapfire. And what you do is you just get yourself an Orb Corrosion, you max out Little Shredder first, and you punish the Wraith King for having super low base armor. He's only got 2 base armor, so he needs to start with like a Ring of Protection and go Chainmail as his like first component to his phase boots. Otherwise, he takes very heavy damage.
Yeah,
from,
I saw it earlier
Snapfire.
today actually as well, watching like an NA DPC game. Same thing. Same thing. But yeah, excited. Game number 2 here. YBB. They've got to pull a win out here. If they win this series, I think they're guaranteed into the promotion.
Yeah.
No, because they could still lose to Shenzhen, actually. They could still lose to Shenzhen.
They could, and a lot of teams are sitting at 4-2, and Yazda Ares could just take a win against Magma tomorrow, and that would put them at 5-2. So still nothing guaranteed, even if they win this match today. But it puts a lot of things up in the air. Sparking Arrow Gaming managed to grab this
Prepare
one.
for battle.
Yeah, then we really have no guarantees.
I'm hoping for the 4-way tie for first place.
Dude, that'd be so sick. It would be so sick. What an insane storyline. Let's do it, baby. Jumping into game number 2. Thank you, Don Breaker, for kicking this one off as always.
All right, let's go. 4-way tie. But yeah, let's get the show on the road. Mid lane, both team, well, neither team is going to walk up onto the enemy's high ground. They don't have any vision right now on the dire side, but they're hoping to try to scout there on the Radiant. Again, meta is that right now. You try to, find the enemy observer ward, but if they already have one on the side of the Radiant, then they're not going to walk up straight into this Wraith King's Wraith Fire Blast.
To battle.
We've got double stun as well if they go underneath the tower, so they're going to be just fine. I don't think there's going to be any trading for this first rune here. Snapfire did go for the Blightstone at the start, so I imagine she's going to go the little Shredder build, and the Wraith King did go for this Ring of Protection.
Well, they get the D ward. I'm not sure if you saw Lou in the mid lane. He's just waddling back and forth. Very interesting stuff there. Quite funny.
The battle
He's making his way for top now. But he's got everything that he needs queued up. He's got Helm of Iron Will as his first item rather than the Chainmail. That works just as well.
Yeah.
You get, it just comes out a little bit slower than Chainmail, but it gives you even more armor.
We've been seeing some Wraith Kings go for like triple Gauntlet and like Quelling Blade as their like starting items, but you can't get away with that in this lane. Like you said, there's too much minus armor that comes out from the Snapfire between the Blightstone and the Little Shredder. You go on to like -1 armor even underneath the tower, so you have to pick up something to deal with that. All right, mid lane, Storm on Storm. D-Stones once again on his Queen of Pain. He popped off last game, had a fantastic time.
Yeah.
Do you think that this Storm can actually like do well in this matchup?
No, he can get himself CS. That's about all he's going to be able to do. Then probably at like level 4, he can move himself into the jungle and get his level 6 there. But if he spends too long over there, Queen of Pain has a very easy time pressuring the lanes. But again, Storm wants to be playing close to the creep wave, dropping Static Remnant and getting a CS advantage. It's tricky to do that when he's dropping these daggers onto you. And it's become even better as a matchup for the Queen of Pain ever since she started getting the little bit of heal from Shadow Strike. Like previously, Storm Spirit might be able to stand his ground a little bit just due to his high armor and like his damage output, but a little bit of heal that D-Stones get means your HP is always going to be fairly high, and he can't really turn it around on you. Right. Up in the top lane, Lou under pretty heavy harass already. He's out of regen. Rain doesn't have any either, and his courier is currently dead, so he's gonna have to ferry himself out some extra regen. I don't think he's gonna be able to wait like 500 gold for the Helm of Iron Will.
Weaver goes down bottom. Yeah, gonna be first blood there for 928 on the Rubik, and this is a hero that I'm surprised hasn't been getting picked more, especially with how popular Weaver is. I'm like, this is just like the best support. Like, he loves playing against Weaver. It's so good.
There's a lot of really good spells to see open this game, though. Anything from Snapfire is great with Arcane Supremacy. If you can get yourself a sick chrono, awesome. Queen of Pain's entire kit is good.
Yeah.
Sand King Barrow Strike is amazing.
Yeah, it really is.
Get in and out of fights and maneuver a lot with that one. The ideal Rubik game, and even though 928, we're used to seeing him on these bug heroes, he gets to mimic a bug this game, which just is good.
That's pretty good, yeah. Can't be a bug, just join him.
Use bug-like abilities.
Yeah, I mean 928 is the bug specialist, right? Like you were saying.
Rain?
He's stuck in a hard spot right here. Yeah, if he pops.
Flyby didn't go for him though.
Stupendous.
Yeah, he had Mango available too, but he's more focused on pulling this wave. And Flyby doing pretty well here in this off lane on the Sand King, and he's stoked. He's having a great time.
Yeah. The Storm has been forced to go into the jungle at level 4, like we just talked about. He doesn't want to lane against this co-op anymore. And Storm does jungle fairly quickly, so you won't pull too far ahead on the co-op, but you definitely will get a gold advantage here. Hopefully, once the Storm Spirit hits like level 6, we get 6 minutes comes around, he gives himself a power rune and get some recovery kills.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Rubik is laying the smackdown on this Weaver right now. He does have this Fade Bolt as well, just waiting to use it, so Weaver's gonna have to back off the lane.
Yeah, do you see what they just did with that Fortify?
No. Where was it?
It was in the mid lane. The Storm Spirit tried to fortify the creep wave to stop it from pushing into the tower when his creep was almost dead. But unfortunately, his timing wasn't amazing, and the Queen of Pain ended up denying a bunch of range creeps anyways.
Oh, unlucky.
Yep. If he'd gotten back to the mid lane first, then he would have been like Storm would have been ahead in CS. In fact,
decent chunk of this is not going to be the lane CS though. So when we look at net worth, you are he's actually almost even. Yep. That is surprising. Okay, well played by Storm here. The fact that his easy camp is uncontested is huge, right? Like if the Weaver like centered out the easy camp or something, this Storm would have pretty much no real easy camps to find.
Yeah, it wouldn't be such an easy game. That's what you were going for there, right?
Something along those lines. To be honest, I don't want to lie to you. A lot of the jokes that I make go over my own head.
You don't need to admit that on air, man.
I think there's like a subconscious part that's just like, yeah, this would be a great joke, but he won't get it.
He wouldn't get it.
Storm now gets level 6 here, clearing up a stack in the deep side of the jungle. Lu, level 5 on the Wraith King, almost to his armor. And like you said, you just get this Helm of Iron Will. This is when you feel very strong. And he's just going to continue, just try and trade here with Flyby in the lane.
Yeah. Goku didn't max out this little shredder, by the way. Ended up putting multiple points into Scatter Blast, but Lu did build correctly against it. I think he knew that he was going for this, armored first item build after the Ring of Protection, so it wasn't necessary for him to max out the little shredder.
Scatterblast is also really good at clearing up the skeletons, right?
Yeah.
So if he manages to mass summon them, you can like burrow strike it in like once and then scatterblast it again. But speaking of scatterblast, Lu gets caught by there, drops the stun onto Flyby underneath the tower. He's taking a lot of damage. The Sandstorm is doing work. TP's coming in. 928 here on the Rubik decides he doesn't want to engage, so we're just gonna go back to farming it up.
Yep. And that's going to be it looks like. There's a bit of miscommunication about who they wanted to go for there. Flyby, it looked like he was trying to commit onto Lu, but Son Goku, he little shreddered down the tower and trying to do as much damage as he could with that catapult on the creep wave.
Yeah, that was smart actually.
Yeah, I did prefer that one.
Ooh, bottom lane, A unit is alone as a result of these TPs, and MS doesn't actually get the bash right away, so lucky Storm. Did you see Faceless Void's items? Triple Slippers, Band of Elven Skin, Welling Blade.
Fair enough, man.
This dude just has 90 damage. What the heck? Top lane, Wraithfire Blast onto Snapfire. They will find the kill, but in comes D-Stones. Jumping forward, will be able to help finish off this Ogre Magi. Tries to go for a deny, but doesn't end up finding it.
Yeah, you've got too much armor and damage block on Ogre Magi, too. I think get yourself a deny off in the neutral camps.
He's a thick boy.
Yeah. But D-Stones who gets the first recovery kill here. Storm, he's got himself his Arcane Rune, but I think he's just trying to shove the wave in as quickly as possible to get a little bit of damage off of the tier 1 mid, but he wasn't able to. Next, I imagine he'll probably wait for this 8-minute rune and then turn his eyes, I don't know, maybe bottom lane? Faceless Void isn't an easy kill to find, though.
No, he's gotten this max plasma field though, and he's managing to clip Weaver with this almost every time. So Weaver has kind of been unable to really put on too much like aggression bottom lane. He goes and drops a double ward in the triangle though, so they really want to be able to get eyes on this when, you know, Storm Spirit or the Wraith King move their way over.
Yeah, so he's doing a lot of time over there as well. So if they could catch him out while he's trying to farm creep camps, then that one's super big. But the window of opportunity has kind of already been missed. He's already past level 6 on Storm, so Queen of Pain doesn't have such an easy time finding these kills.
Queen of Pain blinks in, Rain's there. They get the first stun, Vortex to follow in 928. Can he get the telekinesis? He does, and they find the kill. He just barely didn't have the vision to see Rain on that Ogre Magi. He blinked
they thought that
the instant he was gonna walk into vision.
Yeah, and they thought it was so safe because they have so much vision up around this area. They could see anyone coming from a mile away, so they thought, and that's exactly what ended up punishing him so hard. That Blink Dagger comes in, and Queen of Pain would have been able to trade with the Storm Spirit with this alt 3-point Shadow Strike and Scream, but without, there was just no way. We're inside the river with the Ocean Heart as well, which would have made it even easier.
Yeah.
Well,
Bottom lane,
nice
Aided, forced to pop the ulti here. Gets a decent amount of damage stolen from MS. Ooh, that one's gonna stick. Yep.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Take a look at things. You're actually up 500 net worth with the Storm Spirit right now over the Quap.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that you could not lane against this Queen of Pain, you are now.
Ooh, Chrono comes out. He's under the tower. Plus the bugs. No chance you're getting out of this one, Razor. They will pull back and punish that Faceless Void. A 1-for-1 trade. But I think you're pretty okay with that if you're the Faceless Void. You at least managed to punish the... I mean, maybe not. You're dead still. Maybe you're not
dead, and your Chrono Spear's on cooldown. For a very long time, mind you, know, the 135 seconds. So he doesn't have the defensive tool if anybody tries to go on him. Lou, top lane.
Yeah, flyby, a nice play there. He managed to actually get like 3 Caustic Finale procs on the wave, but...
Yeah. Couldn't finish him off. He's holding a point right now as well, but if he took him by surprise, wouldn't be able to get him before he put the point into reincarnation. He puts it into it now. He's afraid of getting caught out in the jungle, it looks like. Yeah, but that's what everyone does. They save their point into reincarnation until they absolutely need to use it. Otherwise, they just die 2 times in a row and put it on its 200 second cooldown. And it's not doing anything.
Boys, time to get to work on farming.
Are fortified. Dire's top
Flyby's having a great time as well.
attack.
I mean, he just rushes this Vanguard here against the Wraith King, not really under any pressure from this hero. Lou does need to be a little bit careful, though. If he goes for a Burrow Strike inside this Sandstorm, he might be able to finish him off. Lou's also trying to bait him, it looks like.
Yeah, the issue is... like... they can turn this on you. You Burrow Strike forward, that's your escapability as well.
Got Ogre behind the tower. 928 steals level 4 Sandstorm here on the Rubik. So they're just going to grab the tower. No overcommitment here, and they're going to back on out.
Yep. It's going to be that. And mid lane Storm continuing to farm up. Just wants to get his Orchid online as quickly as possible. He's almost got it. Only needs another like 550 gold. That one completed.
Oh, steals only level 1 Swarm. Unlucky there for the Rubik. Obviously, he's trying to grab that Sakuchi.
You have a lot of fun with that one when you get it. Bottom lane, ain't it?
Yeah, nice jump in here from D-Stone. Solos him Sonic Wave plus the Mortimer Kisses. He didn't drop the Sonic Wave.
He didn't believe in Son Goku there.
Under attack.
Yeah, I guess he didn't think the damage was going to come through from the Mortimer Kisses, and now Storm comes in, finds the Snapfire. Nice cookie play there as D-Stone rotates in, but it's not going to be enough to save him. You don't have the Orchid completed quite yet, and Storm finds himself a return kill instead.
Yeah, and he gets his Orchid completed, and just there you go. He's going to fire that one out to him right now.
You know what's a great feeling, Neff?
What's that?
Being able to play-by-play cast Storm Spirit being played by a person called Storm, as opposed to play-by-play casting a team called Phoenix with a player on the opposite team playing Phoenix and a player named Phoenix as well, not playing the Phoenix.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Phoenix, the hero, the team, or the player?
Yes.
Yes.
That is the answer. People say, which one? You say yes. Bottom lane, they're pushing here with these skeletons. Doing some good work. Ooh, yeah, mid. They're right. They find the Queen of Pain. That is the Orchid reveal. They find Goku as well. Double kill. It's going away the Ogre of all things. Flyby coming in trying to get the Burrow Strike, but there'd be no follow-up damage. Just the Weaver.
Nice find. Getting both the Snapfire and the Queen of Pain there. Quap's game slowed down quite a bit. She gets her Orchid completed now, but Storm Spirit, I imagine he's going to start working towards the BKB. I'm sure that he saw the Orchid coming out on the other Quap. I don't... Like, if you get a Eul's, it comes out slightly faster, but the Orchid is probably what you want against the Sand King as well. You don't want to get hit by the Burrow Strike. The fact that it comes out instantly makes the BKB that much more important.
Yeah. G-Stone's actually queues up on Midas after this. He feels he's behind. Like, really far behind. He's not entirely wrong. He's not as far behind as I would have expected, because Storm obviously has done pretty well at recovering and as well as finding some kills. But mid lane, there's going to be the Orchid reveal. The other way, going to be used to find the kill there on the Rubik. Flyby. We catch a Raid Fire Blast over TPing in as well, but they don't have the catch there. And yeah, top lane. You trade. You manage to take down MS.
It was a mere feint there. They TP multiple heroes there in the mid lane, and then they make the rotation up to top. Faces Void. He's going to think that he's safe as those rotations come in, but he gets punished by the Orchid on the Storm Spirit. Nice play there on YBB.
This Orchid is going to be a huge problem, because this Faces Void is nowhere near being able to deal with it, as well as the Queen of Pain, and both these heroes rely on their mobility.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
With this completed, you know, they need BKBs out as quickly as possible. He's going for, he still needs his Maelstrom on the Faces Void. He's sitting very far behind. He's got a Meta style queued up after that. I mean, it's going to do the same thing as your BKB. Get out of that silence net, he's going to be safe. However,
for top lane, they find the Razor, and an easy pick from him. They don't actually commit the Orchid, but once again, look, it's going to cost you your Raceless Void. A 1-for-1 trade.
Yep, and you got him a second. Okay, I think he's got... he did manage to buy out before he went down there. He got his Mithril Hammer. It was being flown out to him. I thought that they slowed down that the Maelstrom a second time. That would have been rough. But he didn't lose too much for going down there, fortunately.
But now you have to think about your Faces Void versus this Wraith King, right? Look at the difference. Yeah. He's 2,500 gold behind almost. And it's just going to keep getting worse, especially when this Deso comes online. Like, these heroes are just going to melt to this Wraith King.
Yep, and that Deso is coming online soon. Just another, 700 gold. That one's going to be completed. He might change his mind and go for, like, a Blink Dagger BKB, but I do think the damage is big here. If he's not getting threatened, and he hasn't been, I don't think he needs the BKB. They haven't popped his ultimate like a single time this game. Man's been going to work here on the Wraith King. Timings are great. Sand King couldn't manage to slow him down. I gotta give credit where credit's due. Aiden did do a decent job at slowing down this Faces Void's game. I was surprised.
And he's not that under-farmed himself. He's almost got his BKB, and this is really just like one of the main items you need on the Razor. Just get this early BKB, and then you can fight a lot more safely.
Nice. He's trying to catch up in farm right now himself, finishing up this BKB.
Where do you think this Faceless Void goes? Because he's got the Maelstrom. He has to go for this Manta right away, right?
Yeah, he's gotta. I mean, you already got taken down twice by the Orchid on the Storm Spirit, right?
The question is, like, do you just rush BKB, or do you want to go for the Manta? Manta's obviously a little greedier, but
he's gonna go for the Manta. I mean, it's got a lower cooldown than the BKB. It isn't going to get you out of any of these stuns, but I feel like it's not the stuns that you're super worried about. It's just going to be the Orchid.
Top lane looks like they're eyeing this Razor, but don't end up finding him. Storm Spirit smoked up with the regen rune. He's looking to kill someone. And he's going to find the Sand King. Well played there by 928 to get that vision, find that kill. Ends up handing it over to A-Unit. And XCJ walks right into the Ogre Magi. They drop the Sentry and a rotation on over. 928 with the zap. They get themselves 2 more.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
Very nice. Snapfire gets denied off of the tower there. Steals that one right out from under the Wraith King. But yeah, you lose 2 heroes up in the top lane. And Storm Spirit, he's just about done his BKB. He's managed to complete this Orchid, not taking a single death from the Quap's Orchid.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's only 100 gold away now.
I mean, that's huge, right? Like, this is a very good performance from the Storm Spirit.
All right, check this out. We're almost at 18 minutes. Ogre Magi is going to pick up his bounty rune, and then Storm Spirit's going to finish the gold for his BKB while he leaves the base. No, please, you got to run the numbers. All right, yeah, Storm pings it out. He ran the numbers. Rain didn't. There you go.
It's like, thank you, sir. I have BKB now. Bottom lane, 928's got Sakuchi. He's trying to find these heroes. D-Stones instead already TPing out here in the trees, so 928 will not be able to find him. You have a real Wraith King problem right now.
I think it becomes a real problem once he's got his Blink Dagger online. Once he can jump your heroes and like get that initial crit off, you just die.
I'm wondering if he like doesn't end up going the Blink Dagger, like instead, like if he just goes for like an AC or builds like another like fighting damage item. Flyby, maybe able to jump in on top of A-Unit. They drop everything on top of him, Chronosphere as well. And you take those kills. That is a stolen Burrow Strike.
So he's got one good ability, but getting the Razor there is probably like optimal for them. He just finished his BKB. They couldn't pop that, so they knew if they didn't use it there, he just activates his BKB and walks away, and all of a sudden they've wasted the epicenter. And then I think YBB start to turn things around on them.
I mean, they've been looking to try and find a kill here for a bit, right? Like they eyeballed him in the top lane with the epicenter. Queen of Pain was there, but you do need this Faceless Void's Chrono to secure it now that, you know, the heroes on YBB rounding out their BKBs. All right, Lou did go the Blink Dagger.
Yep. I mean, he wants to be able to jump heroes alongside his Storm Spirit. And you could probably just like 2-shot.
Storm trying to get on top of the Faceless Void, has BKB, but he has used all of his mana. But a Burrow Strike? Does he have Vortex to follow? They do. He pops the BKB. Telekinesis is there. They actually made him to finish the kill. Big Sonic Wave. Storm just going to TP on home. He's going to make it, but Rain not as lucky. Aiden rotating on the backside, and Luke comes in as well. Burrow, like the stun right to the Queen of Pain. The Centaur? Excuse me? It's enough! Oh my god!
Let's go! He did that intentionally. Summoned the skeletons the moment after he blinked on the Queen of Pain through his stun. And then it became the three or more units that you needed for the Centaur to get the stun off. That looked intentional.
Dude, I mean, that's definitely like, yep, definitely intentional.
No. But he wouldn't
never admit it.
He wouldn't have taken
way.
the time to press Vampiric Spirits because he like missed out on an opportunity to get like an extra auto attack in there to get the Centaur stomp off.
That's so funny. That was pretty dang good. Well, they end up managing to find a lot of really solid pickoffs in that fight. A 2 for 3, 2 supports for the Faceless Void, Queen of Pain, and Snapfire. You did commit your BKB on your Razor, but right into Roshan you go here on this Wraith King. Is again the Armlet Deso does a lot of damage. He's gonna go ahead and summon up these skeletons that can take these for days.
Not Razor. Razor's still got 9 charges.
Let the fun begin.
Oh yeah.
Storm. He's
Just
getting
Storm Spirit.
confused again. He plays a lot of Razor.
Kisses come out, but again, they just commit the BKBs. They will grab the Aegis. Aiden just walking in, but get caught by a Burrow Strike and an Epicenter. Force the BKB as ensuring and walk away. They'll just disengage, take their prize.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they have to probably sit back, wait to get back up to full HP, and the BKB can come off cooldown before they're able to take another fight. But they're not going to be keen to on Sparking Air Gaming, given that Epicenter is going to be on cooldown for that duration anyways. I think you just need to tank up right now on the Razor. That's what he's going to do. Rather than go for a Refresh Orb that you see a lot of the time, he wants to go for the Aghanim Scepter, which gives you a little bit of extra bulk. The 200 HP from the Strength, 200 HP from the Aghanim Scepter itself. Sorry, it's only 175 now. I'm a boomer.
Dire's top tower is under
So
attack.
that way he won't.
I forgive you.
Yeah, he won't die to just like the epicenter and burrow strike, plus like maybe a couple other auto attacks anymore. He'll be able to survive. Be reasonably high HP when he pops his BKB. Unless they commit the Chronosphere as well. Lou's almost level 18. Will have the 60-second cooldown on his reincarnation. At that point, I think they're really going to bring the hurt on. So that in his BKB, I think, is the timing they're waiting for on YBB before pushing high ground.
Yep, and that's their tier 2 tower. So it opens up the outpost. So XP lead going to start being further pushed here on the side of YBB, and they smoke up right away. Just want to head top lane here, it seems, and maybe try and find some heroes in their jungle. They will scout a courier, so they might be able to follow this one. Well, actually ends up turning around. Never mind. Blue.
Radiant's courier
Just gonna yoink the Faceless Void courier instead. I was pretty okay with that one. And he will turn his attention to the tier 1 tower top. It will give them a fortification. Bottom lane, Storm. He jumps all the way in bottom. So this space is void. He's just dead. The soul burn. Oh, it doesn't kill him. He gets mech'd by Goku. Oh no, he is out of mana.
Oh no, he's so far from home.
He's gonna get TPs though. They have the outpost. Storm. Yeah, they just pop the Mortimer kisses. He's just getting bashed up. MS actually has to be a little bit careful here as the rest of the team comes in. And there's Lou, able to find the Faceless Void. The cookie comes out, but again, the Sonic Wave able to make enough space for Lou.
That's not gonna be enough to burn damage, but yeah, ended up going way too far forward there on Storm's there, and Storm, he tried to get the style points there and walk away. He had the opportunity to like continue to stay on that Faceless Void and finish up. All right, he gets the style points back.
He got his style points back. He squashed a bug in the.
Did you see that?
He just zipped all the way out and killed it. Yeah, I didn't see it, but
it was a 954 damage from Ball Lightning.
Very nice.
Style points recovered.
Worthy tribute.
Oh, he gets an Arcane Rune as well. All right, you can be the cool guy again, Storm.
BKB accidentally popped by D-Stones.
Got to make sure it works.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, sometimes you just have it in the wrong item slot. I'm not sure. But yeah, he is at least aware that it is at least functional.
Yeah.
You never want a non-functional BKB. That's the worst time to find out.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Parachute, right?
Yeah. Bottom lane, they're gonna go ahead and jump onto the face of once again. Storm pulls him back in. Will not let him get away this time. He finds the kill. Goku now stunned up here by Lou. A couple auto attacks, a big crit. They grab themselves two.
And I think just like that, they're going to start to move high ground. I mean, BKB's on cooldown for a little while in the Storm Spirit, but he popped his BKB with an Arcane Rune, so it's only on cooldown for another 30 seconds here. We'll take this mid-tier 2, and they've still got another, 58 seconds on this Aegis that might as well use it. I mean, it's on Storm Spirit, one of the best heroes to carry it. He gets to dive super far forward with this.
Oh, and he will. Based on how Storm's been playing, he will. I can already tell. He's just going to go ahead and jump these backline heroes the moment he sees them. Lou's going to claim the mid-tier 2 tower. It looks like they just want to go ahead and push top as well. They want to just take all of these towers out of the game. Maybe they'll play for the second Roshan after that. But 928, he's scouting. He's looking for this Queen of Pain. He steals the blink. Oh, no, he still screamed. Never mind. It's really easy to farm these waves now. 928. So here's the thing about Rubik is when you're playing against certain heroes, you just one-shot creep waves. And it's real fun. You farm incredibly fast. And we already see he has Blink Yules completed. An extra 950 gold to boot. Ooh, XCJ walks right into the Wraith King. 1, 2. Gets the time-lapse off, though.
Negative Scepter now completed on the Razor, so they've got a lot of damage for the high ground. They choose to walk up the hill. Again, Aegis expended now. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Roshan is back, and the huge jump forward by Storm.
Yeah, they jump forward. Orchid does come out. D-Stones actually just wants to try and find a kill of his own. Mortimer kisses there out onto the Rubik. Storm still... Actually, you know, his Aegis expired. MS didn't want to go for the Chrono. Has to be careful. Lou jumps on in, trying to take down this Snapfire. Nice Burrow Strike, making a little bit of space. MS. They actually don't have much to dump into the Chrono. Mortimer kisses are already expended.
Yeah. If they drop the Chronosphere, like, right there onto the Wraith King, then Wraith King just gets back up, pops the BKB afterwards, and turns the fight onto them. They cannot commit... Oh... Lou? They might try to go for this one. I mean, if Pop clinks 4 and gets the ult off, but to lose a fight so close to your base would be a disaster. So yeah, they're forced to get back for now on both teams. Where's I going with that one? Oh, yeah. It's Red playing absolutely insane at the moment with how far forward he is. Find himself a Paladin sword as well. So he'll be able to heal up and he can play super aggressive. They're hunting him for him through the jungle right now, though.
Ceremonial robe, that is
Radiant's
quite
top
good
tower
for
is
the
under
side of
attack.
YBB. If Storm goes for the Aghanim Scepter, okay, he's actually queuing up a Hex instead, so.
Yeah. I guess he just wants single target disable. Right now, you know, this Manta style and Faces Void is a problem, so best way to deal with that is instead of hitting him with the silence, is hit him with the disable, and then you can follow up. You have a lot of single target stuns on your team to follow up with if you get the initial jump with the Storm Spirit. You have Lift, Wraith Fire Blast, Fire Blast.
And Aunid's not an easy kill anymore as well. Like, he's got the Dragon Scale, he's got a Plate Mail now completed, the Aghanim Scepter, so he's just sitting on about 2,700 HP. And what? Oh, where is this kill even at? Bottom lane. Okay. 28 armor or something on the Razor, maybe
Radiant's
more.
courier has been killed.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, they're gonna find Snapfire. Did not expect to break it, but he also managed to find the Weaver as he was going for a D ward. So Storm gonna find him a second kill. 3 heroes now dead on the side of Sparking Arrow, and it looks like Neff, YBB are really starting to pull away here.
A massive advantage that they have right now. I don't think that they'll push high ground until they have the second Aegis up. And Storm Spirit, he's still a little bit worried about getting hit by the Chronosphere because they can pump a lot of damage into it if they catch Storm Spirit out before he gets his BKB off with the Chrono. He also wants to finish off his Hex, so he's sitting on a little bit too much effective gold to really push your advantage. But their high ground push is coming soon. If you take this ultra late, you do have like a decent advantage with the Faceless Void, but I think all of your other heroes are starting to fall off.
Problem is the Faceless Void's got to find space to farm.
Yeah,
he just isn't doing that.
No, we're approaching you know, double net worth between these two carries. 11k on the Faceless Void versus 20 on Wraith King.
Actually, go ahead and smoke up. Hainid just managed to claim the top tower, and like we said, on his way to the Shiva's Guard. He's still pretty decently far away, but he's not an easy kill. They're heading bottom. They're gonna walk into Lou here. He's gonna pop the smoke. The question is, do they even want to commit on him? And it looks like they decide no.
Lou has plans of his own, blinking forward into the entire enemy team. Storm Spirit nowhere close by.
That's who they're hoping to find, right? Just hoping to find Storm Spirit or something instead of with a Bro Strike.
Storm, he gets Arcane and DD.
No way. Okay. Yeah, that's quite good. That's a great rune. It's good stuff for the Storm Spirit.
We're trying to be up another 50 seconds now, so I think he's just going to play around the pit until then.
He's sending his courier out to get this Hex.
Abyssal Blade now completed on the Wraith King as well.
Dude, they are just so farmed, man. The amount of net worth they have, the 20k difference between these two teams, I'd imagine they're going to start trying to find a pick-off or something here, right? As the Roshan is going to be respawning soon, but maybe they don't even need to. Maybe they're just going to like take Roshan and not even care. AC, the next item for Lou here.
Lou? Yeah, that's a solid for us. He's looking to push the high ground for this. He doesn't have any space for it, unfortunately, but I think I don't even think that he needs Assault Crest before he goes high ground. Like, it'll help. You dive towers and, you know, take up the enemies trying to commit onto you, but not necessary.
Oh, Roshan gets scouted, so they know. We're going to smoke up on Sparking here, Arrow here once again, trying to head into their triangle. Maybe they can punish Aunid. There we go. There's the epicenter, comes out with the Mortimer Kisses, but he gets the BKB and will just TP home. Rain, the hero that they got next on their mind, and they will be able to take down the Ogre, but Lou is here, jumps in, tries to find D-Stones, ends up not wanting to use that Abyssal Blade. Pro Strike on forward here from Flyby. He's got to be careful as now 928 manages to steal it, so.
Nice grab. Shiva's Guard now completed on the Razor as well. I think this was the last major item timing that they were working on. At this point, they're ready to fight.
Yeah, absolutely. They have a gem picked up as well. They're gonna toss that one on over to the Razor.
The only thing we need to wait for now is the Ogre Magi to respawn, and then they'll be at full power ready to take this rush on and then push high ground after.
Blue, level 24. It's a big number.
Yes.
Right, Roshan summons the boys. Gonna get to work now, and he's got a lot of help sitting behind him. Aiden will be able to scout this Weaver, though, thanks to the gem. They continue to stand their ground here on the right side. In comes Rain. The Bloodlust comes out. Storm Spirit into the pit. Aegis and Shard on the deck here. In just a matter of seconds, and it doesn't look like Sparking Arrow can contest in any capacity. So Storm gonna grab the Shard as well. Is his Shard worth it?
You
You
don't
can give it to 928. Oh, 928 already has his Shard.
You don't like Electric Rave?
What? It's not Electric Rave, is it?
That's what it is.
Oh, it is Electric Rave. Yeah, you're right. It's like kind of slightly modified, but yeah. Storm. Oh, Hexy finds the Queen of Pain. Onto the bottom side. The question is, can he actually kill them? Vortex well done, but the top side of the fight, they manage to lose the Rubik. D-Stones gets the BKB off, but Storm with the haste trying to chase after him. Doesn't have the vision. Fight split into two sections as Aiden now trying to chase after more. Flyby up on the high ground. Will get the epicenter takedown. Rain Storm on the run. Has to be a little bit careful, but instead he just turns around onto the Weaver. Aiden rotating it as well, trying to get his hands on top of this. He does grab it. Blink Dagger in one here for Lou. Gets on top of Flyby, but he goes in Viz. The gem comes in handy here as Aiden able to close the gap, and another Hex from Storm will secure the third kill now for the side of Sparking Arrow.
Rough start to that one. The supports ended up getting separated from the core heroes on the side of YBB, but they found three. They got to the Faces Board in the back. Now, before you get the Chronosphere off, come through TVs all the way back to base. I'm not big on that one, so this will slow down their push, but Lou, he's very confident with his reincarnation.
He's gonna go, I was like, I have a feeling he's gonna like run to the center of the map and then just dive the base with ball lightning. Well, speaking of diving, Lou goes in. Gets the Abyssal Blade drop there, and now Wraith King, that's gonna be his reincarnation, I think. Yeah, it is.
60 seconds. It's on cooldown now. Lee's got to be careful for a little bit.
Snapfire is surprisingly tanky. Solar Crest, you know, going for these Guardian Greaves with a Vambrace behind next to these tier 3 towers. I mean, this hero's got almost
30 armor.
Almost 30 armor, yeah. That AC Deso is not enough.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the AC yet. Never mind, he went for the Swift Link.
Stupendous.
I mean, inventory slots would have been a concern if you went for the AC. Would have had to replace one of your items. Maybe the phase boots, but the phase boots are giving you extra armor, which I think is important.
Yeah. You probably drop Armlet eventually. I mean, I think now that you have Swift Link, you definitely drop phase boots for another item, and you just replace AC with that, because it's going to replace the armor component, right? And then late game, you drop the armlet for something. I don't know what, though. Divine. Send it. Go, Lou. Get in there. Abyssal Blade down onto the Faces Void. The jump in. They get the Hex, the mech. Not enough to save him. 60 seconds without buyback. Now looking for it bashed up on the Queen of Pain. Can he find the kill? The Electric Rain, like you were talking about. D-Stones, he doesn't get the blink in time. Storm Spirit, his age is going to be spent, but Lou just diving the base here all the way to tier 3. Past the tier 3s to the tier 4s. Another bash. He gets the kill. Storm. Rubik stolen. Mortimer kisses. I've never seen this thing. Is so cool.
He's throwing cubes.
He's throwing cubes, baby. And Storm snipes the Weaver at the fountain entrance. YBB forcing a game 3, baby.
Let's go. Don't want to give up, you know, their potential at an easy Division 1 so quickly. And SAG, they do end up falling to the strength of this YBB lineup. I mean, Storm played absolutely amazing. In the mid lane, he was forced to go in the jungle, but he ended up out-farming the Queen of Pain. Getting that early Orchid, finding solo kills on this Faces Void, and shut his game down completely. He needed
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick. Dire team. Radiant team pick.
A world devourer.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
League's assassin.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Bang.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Ogre Magi!
And it's going to be the Ogre Magi. So another hero that just kind of seems like a staple as far as fives go. Same with Bane, right? A lot of teams just kind of like favor them. The Bloodlust, very strong at amplifying their heroes.
He's so boring though.
He kind of is, but Ignite is busted, man. That ability does a lot of damage.
But
Bat Rider for Storm, though, this is scary.
Less boring for sure. You don't have an easy time finding kills onto the OD, unfortunately, especially if this Bat Rider is going to be run as the mid laner, which I imagine it is. I don't think that you'll like mix it up and put Mars in the mid lane and Bat into the off lane. But anytime he tries to step up on you, he's just going to drop that Astral Imprisonment, walk away.
Radiant
you know, it's hard to find kills when you're playing against. It's hard to find kills on Bat when you're playing against the Bane as well. Because Bane's just able to TP and drop the Nightmare onto you, and it kind of ruins any sort of aggression that you previously have. They go Juggernaut next here, which, you know, is going to do solid against both the Mars and the Bat Rider. You struggle to get the Omni Slash off to the Mars, though, just because of how Bulwark works. But if he can't spear you away, if he can't trap you inside the arena because you have his Blade Fury to fall back on, it makes the Mars's lane much more difficult.
Radiant team ban.
So I really like what they've responded with here on the side of Sparking Arrow. It is just one of those classic kind of matchups into the Mars, right? It's safe. You're not worried about it, so why not just grab it?
It's not underwhelming as the game goes on, like Lifestealer is.
10 seconds remaining.
You usually don't like the Juggernaut, though. I think it's probably grown on you a little bit over this season because we've seen it having a little bit more success. But you mentioned at the start that you think it's a little bit underwhelming when you don't have a buff for it, like Ogre.
Or
providing
the Invoker
Bloodlust.
Or something, yeah.
Yeah, Alacrity, Empower, Bloodlust, anything like that. You still feel that way?
Yeah, I think it's still kind of an important deal. I think this meta really focuses around these types of like buffing your core metas, and there's certain cores that benefit a lot from it. So just kind of depends. I think Medusa is really strong for that reason. It's why we've been seeing her picked up a lot more recently, right? Just because you just chop a Bloodlust on her, give her an Alacrity or something, Solar Crest, like all these different items and abilities that make them strong.
They're thinking about to the carries that are best matched up against the Juggernaut here. They get rid of the TA, who's got a lot of burst damage, and they've run that one before. They get rid of the Terrorblade as well, who I feel like Juggernaut just cannot fight into.
10
He's got way too much
take the Faceless Void. It's something that got shot down super hard last game, but it is one of the
YBB?
best carry matchups into a Faceless Void. Or into a Juggernaut. It just depends on what offlane matchup you're worried about.
You're playing against Bane, which is a save with the Nightmare. You're playing against Io, save with Relocate. You're playing against OD, save with Astral Imprisonment. There's way too many Chrono saves here.
All right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I don't think they'll grab Faceless Void. And they've got some frontline.
Loose Phantom Assassin is still in.
That is true. There's an Io and a Bane to be jumped as well. I wouldn't mind seeing a PA, actually. Yeah, that's not bad. Phantom Assassin suggestion is a good one. I don't know who else would round out this draft quite like PA would. Yeah, I mean, Phantom Lancer seems like okay here, given how much single target damage that you have. But if you go for the Phantom Lancer.
Ranger.
Okay.
Wait, why
not
is
what
it?
I was expecting.
Yeah, I was like, why is it not loading up there? All right, there we go.
Yeah, there was a little bit of delay on that one. I wasn't sure what exactly happened, but the Drow Ranger ends up being the last pick. I'm not crazy about that one.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, you've got okay front line. It's going to be hard to get past the Nyx Assassin, the Bat Rider, and the Mars to get on top of the Drow. You can pump out a lot of damage, but I do feel like
very
the
safe,
PA would have been better.
Is the thing.
Yeah.
This is why I look at it. It's like, think about the sniper from game one, right? None of these heroes are going to walk up on you outside of a relocate, and you can just gust it. So it's really not that easy to
Yeah, but why did you
catch this drought. And it is strong into what almost any offlaner that's left, right? There's not a lot of offlaners left.
Yeah, but I feel like the Drow Ranger is decent even against like the Tidehunter and the Slardar. But you banned both those heroes out before you picked up this Drow.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you care too much about the slot or the tide if you're playing a ranged hero. It's melees that you have to be super concerned about with that one. So I was not expecting Drow here.
Yeah. What if they take the OD off lane here and pick a new mid matchup into the Bat Rider?
I mean, I think OD's a fine mid matchup in a Bat Rider.
Yeah, but OD does really well against the Drow is why.
It's like okay.
Maybe not with IO though is the thing. This IO OD offlane feels weak to me because it's your only goal is to would be like to sustain, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you have to pick something that can actually find and play aggressive with the IO.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen OD offlane before this tournament. The other game that I mentioned, I thought it was a Quap offlane. It was an OD there instead. That was the match idea a moment ago. There it is. Astra Ares, you ran it in the off lane. But instead, they're going to run the Pango in the off lane. Yeah, you've got Disarm, you got good Disable. You can play around the arena.
Flyby is also very good at Pango.
So that's how they're going to round this one off. I can't say that I'm crazy about either lineup. I really don't like this Drow Ranger, though. I'm concerned that they'd go for it here, but maybe they're super sick Drow players. I just think this hero is a bit weak. The only time I like seeing it grab is in lineups with like Templar Assassin in the mid, and like TA is the real carry in that situation.
Yeah, it is, right? And I'm a little like I feel what you're saying. I get it. I'm a believer though. I think this Drow Ranger is going to do fine. I think she should be able to find a decent amount of farm here. This offlane Mars, yes, it's not a great matchup into the Juggernaut, but for the most part, I've seen a lot of Marses still come out ahead in the lane. So God's Rebuke, just a very strong spell. Just very strong spell. We'll see what they do. But in general, should be a really fun game number 3 here. The winner of this...
How sick is this Juggernaut set?
Oh, yeah, I know.
I interrupted you, sorry.
Well, people haven't seen it yet, unfortunately. But yeah, this was a super cool set. The Hyperstone set, I think, is what I call it. But I don't remember.
I apologize for interrupting you, Ricky. Please continue.
Oh, no, I totally forgot what I was even saying. So you're good.
I am the worst.
Was I talking about anything, Neff? I have no idea.
You were going off to the teams and the importance of the match. And
oh, yes. This is a super important game. Both teams really need to get the win here. If YBB wins this, they are almost guaranteed promotion in the DPC. But if Sparking Arrow Gaming wins this, they could force up to a 4-way tiebreaker for first place. So very important game. Super excited, and we're just going to go right into it, everyone. Without any delay here, we have game 3, YBB versus Sparking Arrow Gaming.
All right, let's get the show on the road. Both teams sitting on top of the hills in the mid lane here. I've talked about this one enough in the previous series. I want to talk about instead is, I guess, people starting items and how these lane matchups are going to go. 928 starting with a win lice here on his Nick Sathan, so he's obviously just going to be playing with the creep waves.
30
he's
seconds
got himself a sentry ward as well, so probably just going to block the pole. You've got double stun up in the top lane, so you've got okay kill potential, but you are a little bit worried about just getting spun down by the Juggernaut, and you've got okay setup alongside this Bane. So if the Bane manages to catch you out, it's very easy for the Juggernaut to get on top of you and spin you down. The bottom lane, IO and the Pangolier with, I guess, a lot of stats here on Flyby and Hedras on the IO. So they'll be able to survive the harass from this Drow Ranger who's going to be spamming Frost Arrows. I don't think she'll have such an easy time zoning the Pango out of the lane here. And you've got like an okay gap closing ability with that Swashbuckle. So you'll trade favorably if you get on top with Swashbuckle and Shield Crash. So I think the Pango pick was okay.
I'm excited, man. It's gonna be a fun game. Either way, mid lane, of course, D-Stones versus Storm. We see the Bat Rider here once again for him. He's had a pretty good tournament on it so far. D-Stones just goes for the Astral. Actually misses the deny for the moment there.
Unfortunate. What can you do?
He's sending on Courier, just some tangos. Okay.
Radiant's Courier
Unlucky high ground miss there. Yo, speaking of high ground misses, I was playing mid earlier today. Missed 5 in a row on a ranged creep, and then it got denied. I almost broke my keyboard.
Yikes. A heated gamer moment.
It's like, all right, I'm done. I'm out. This is why I don't play mid.
Do you consider simply walking up the hill?
I couldn't walk up the hill. There was a Shadow Fiend there with 3 raises waiting.
All right, you saw those paparazzi replays.
Yeah, dude. I'm not making that mistake, dude. I know how this happens.
Yeah. You seen what happens when the Shadow Fiend gets 6 raised stacks at level 1 up on the enemy mid later.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Right, Storm is going to be doing all right for himself here on the Barrier, despite having not the most base damage here in this matchup. But again, you don't have a lot of kill potential onto the OD here. Anytime you try to commit onto him with your Firefly, he's just gonna Astral Imprison you and walk away. And Bane can TP in and, you know, completely shut down what Barrett is trying to do with a Nightmare if he does catch you with that Astral Imprisonment on cooldown. So no kill potential means no good here for the Bat Rider, but at the very least, after the laning phase ends, I imagine he'll be pretty useful. Top lane.
Yeah, they're gonna go on to 928 here. That should be first blood with the Blade Fury, and it goes the way of MS's Juggernaut. Denies a creep real quick on the way out, but that's something you do have to be careful of as the Nyx here, is there's not really a counter to like just getting caught by the Nightmare into a Blade Fury, and it's just going to be a lot more difficult once these boots come out for the Juggernaut, which he buys them up right away.
Yep. This Courier's got to finish coming back to base before it comes out to him again, but you know, once you have 2 points in spin, then it becomes pretty hard. Bane is already out of mana, but he's got 2 mangoes and a magic stick, so he's going to be able to just turn on these people and hold him in place after MS gap the distance. He's not looking to have a bad lane again.
No, MS, he was in a rough situation last game, and this game, you know, he wants to do it to his enemies.
Yeah, I imagine he'll come out of the laning phase with more hero damage than he did in Dota last game.
Yeah, probably actually. Ooh, fine over the this is the good old jungle lane, one that you do have to pay for, unfortunately. Only available to Dota Plus subscribers, of course.
My favorite is the river lane with Dota Plus Gold. Bane?
I think that one's platinum, actually. I don't think that one comes with gold.
Super special edition. Now, Bane was trying to sit on like as low mana as possible, so Nick Assassin wouldn't have anything to drain. He put his second point into mana burn here because his Spike Carapace isn't going to be useful against the Juggernaut in this lane. So instead of just drain his mana, man.
He doesn't have the mana for the Nightmare. He will now. Just gonna go ahead and toggle that one over, and level 2 Blade Fury. Ooh, he doesn't get the spear out in time, and 928. Gonna go down here once again.
Tonight.
Unsurprising. I'm surprised he didn't just spam the mana burn off of cooldown out of the Bane whenever he had mana, because he wants to stop him being able to like Nightmare plus Brain Sap. He was forced to pop 2 mangoes there on Bane though.
Yeah, really good start to the lane here for MS, as expected on the Juggernaut. They're not really shutting down Mars too much, which is, you know, kind of how this matchup goes, but Juggernaut with these 2 kills, you're gonna be able to put himself in a really good position this game. Bottom lane, aggressive here onto Lu, but he's fine. IO doesn't really offer a lot of extra damage, right?
No. Fortunately, he's just keeping Pangolier topped up. I mean, you can do a bit with trading auto attack. You can play around with it a lot because you don't need to like
you have no turn.
Complete your animations before you do things, you know, like turn animation on the hero. Well, you have a turn animation, but you can do your actions without turning around.
Well, yeah, as I'm saying, like there's no like attack point or anything like that, right?
Things just come out.
Pretty neat. Do you know that's how League of Legends works? There's just no like turn rates or cast rate points or anything. Things just get cast. It's really weird.
Listen, I'm not interested in a game that only has like 100 variations of IO. Let's get back to the game.
Very weird.
Storm, he bought himself infused raindrops here in the mid lane. He's almost got his level 6 to give him his flaming lasso.
Get off a ward there.
Yeah, very nice.
Done. So yeah, level 6, the lasso. This is it's a ton of damage if you get even just a couple of sticky napalm stacks, and you do always go like the 3 points points in this early on. D-Stones, go ahead. Oh, they're just gonna remove them both from the game. God, this is the worst type of... I just see this happen like, all right, this is the worst. These are the two heroes that I hate playing against more than anything, and they're both on the like on one team.
Yeah, their ability to remove your hero from the game, cool stuff. I think I was going off with, was that you or Dragon Drop was going off about those heroes the other day?
That is me, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I've heard that one a few times.
Yeah, from me.
Yeah, but I don't blame you, dude. It is so anti-fun.
Yeah. Just you're gone for 4 seconds. Oh, with the 2 charges of being gone for 4 seconds. That's his upgrade. Good stuff. Top lane.
And looking to get aggressive here onto Bane. But again, you've got to be careful of the jug. He has to hit the spear, but again, doesn't come out in time. In the level 3 Blade Fury will find himself his 3rd kill, a killing spree, and now level 6 for the Juggernaut.
Yeah, I think he's now surpassed the hero damage that he had in the last game. He's got to be like 3,000 by now. Between
it's
like
very close, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's off to a ridiculous start.
Yeah, top of the net worth by far. 3,800 gold if you switch over right now. Compare that to the next highest hero draw with 3,000. So Juggernaut having an excellent game. So all the MS naysayers, I'm not saying nay this time. Storm not having such a good time on the... Go ahead.
No. I was going to say D-Stone, of course, going for the Meteor Hammer. And once he has that, he can start pressuring this tower. But also, you can find kills pretty easily onto the Bat Rider. If he comes a little bit too far forward, he puts himself out of position because it's really easy for any support to like TP in to, you know, offer assistance.
Yeah, and the biggest of the hero being the Bane. He was amazing against the Bat Rider matchup. So I mentioned earlier, you getting close to this Meteor Hammer, but as soon as you get the Meteor Hammer come out on OD, you just teleport one of... He's going to be fine on this.
Double damage.
You like hits the Impale on 928 and Bane's just like, yeah, I'm just going to put you to sleep.
But yeah, they don't actually have kill potential here on the OD in the mid lane with the Bane sitting nearby. There's just too many things that...
He actually doesn't have Nightmare quite yet. If he can get the lasso, he's gonna go down here. Yeah, the damage is a lot. He got to the 4 stacks. Will be able to continue the chase underneath the tower. However, those sticky napalm stacks, they did expire. Will they be able to finish off the OD? D-Stones does fall, but 2 more heroes behind the towers. Flyby drops that Rolling Thunder, trying to chase them down. 928 trying to go for a salve up, but Flyby will finish off the Ogre here, and 928 ran down by Juggernaut once again. This guy has he's an exterminator, man. 4 kills onto this Nyx.
Yeah, in fact, you lost the OD. Oh, sorry, you lost the Bat Rider before the OD went down, so the Bat Rider didn't getting any XP for that one. He's sitting at level 7.5, so he tried to go for that one, but he ended up buying him enough time with that Nightmare. So the Nightmare didn't play a massive part because he got the lasso off first, but what it did do is it got...
it removed the sticky napalm charges.
Yeah, it removed the sticky napalm, exactly.
Because he got Nightmared and then Astraled and then...
Yeah.
No way.
Even before the Astral came out, the sticky napalm expired there.
Yeah, that was huge. He had 5 stacks previously, so the damage that the lasso was doing, you know.
Lasso did full damage with the 5 stacks, but the Firefly, which is only level 1, was only doing 20 DPS because he had no sticky napalm charges afterwards. So it allowed the OD to survive that one. If they had a little bit more damage to blow him up fast, they would have gotten him. But now OD, Meteor Hammer coming out. He's got Fairy Trinket as well. The mana cost reduction and the spell Amp, of course, applies to your Arcane Orb.
That's super cool.
It's super cool if you're playing the hero.
Yeah.
Not so much if you're against it.
Top playing MS. Going for the Battle Fury here on Juggernaut. Not something we see all that often. They go for the Fire Blast. The Arena Spear comes through. Will they be able to finish off the Jug? No. He survives thanks to Son Goku here on this IO, and he's just going to get healed right back up. They find themselves a kill. Big multi-shot damage here from Lu. Gus just off the mark. Doesn't connect onto Flyby. Nice swashbuckle on out. And they are fine. They just disengage.
5.4k net worth now, a 10-minute mark here on the Juggernaut, who is going for the Battle Fury. Usually this item is a little bit too greedy to get, but if you're this far ahead, I feel like you can get away with it.
So yeah, when you have a start like this, you definitely go the Battle Fury, I think. He is level 8 as well. I mean, he is super farmed.
And Possessed Mask, thank you very much. Extra agility and life steal. The IO doesn't necessarily have to play beside him anymore.
Tower is under attack.
Will We're going for a relocate into the bottom lane. Nightmare out onto the bait, or out onto Ogre, but they turn around with a stun, and now Goku's actually behind the tower. If they can somehow kill this Io, they get the split. Do they have the lasso though to get on top of MS? He doesn't make it in time.
Yeah, they had to do it that way though. The IO had to go down first.
Yeah,
otherwise they would
right?
relocate the Juggernaut back out. Yeah, exactly. Even though the Juggernaut was the more important target, the more important target was actually the IO.
Storm smoked back to the mid lane. The Nyx Assassin gonna use this time to place a pretty nice ward. Try and get some vision here in the triangle.
All right, D-Stones, he's
They're going for the drow.
Oh.
Are they? Going to the triangle. They're smoked up here. Who are they going to find? It's going to be the Nyx. And an instant Fiend Trip here from the Bane. They'll be able to find themselves another kill. Man, 928 is having a rough game on the Nyx Assassin. 0 and 5 now. Spear Festival is almost done on the Pango, though.
Honestly, that's not so bad. They move over there to try and, like, I think de-war the triangle and potentially find the kill on the Drow Ranger. But Drow Ranger doesn't go down there because you lose 928. This is what we actually liked about him. He's dying more than I thought he would, and like the deaths in the top lane were like unnecessary and not good deaths. But that one wasn't so bad because you keep Lou alive for it.
Bottom lane. They're eyes on the Juggernaut again, but the combo wasn't enough damage last time, and now with Goku here as well, no chance.
Aenid, he's working on his Blink Dagger now, which is going to be somewhat helpful, but again, you have a lot of abilities to get out of the arena. Pangolier is able to swashbuckle or shield crash out of it. Juggernaut can just spin away. I think OD, yeah, working on a Blink Dagger as well, which will get him out of the Mars arena.
Dire's bottom tower.
Once he has this one, he can catch out like the IO and the Bane, but that's going to be pretty much it. Lou's not going to be able to keep up with his Juggernaut and farm either. And this guy, you know, his farm getting accelerated from this Battle Fairy, from this IO who's spamming, you know, to overcharge on him. So you got to make moves on YBB, otherwise you're going to fall behind.
Also known as schmoves.
Yeah, schmoves.
You got to get those. You've got to really start making some schmoves here. Lou is doing all right though on the draw. I mean, this is surprising.
Come on, man. What do you mean surprising?
Like I don't know. You weren't a believer in the Drow safe lane early on. You know, I said it was gonna be okay. Like he was gonna farm pretty decently. But with how like aggressive Sparking Arrow has been around the map, they haven't been able to find Lou, and that's the thing that's the surprising part.
Yeah, but they usually have decent vision coverage beside Lou, or they're having a hero stand either beside him or behind him. Flyby's the only hero up in the top lane, and Rain could just like walk forward, get the stun off of somebody, and allow Lou to get away. Got decent movement speed as well with the Yasha, with the power treads and big pole as well.
Rolling Thunder top lane. Flyby is gonna find a unit who tried to blink behind the tower. The blink reveal not gonna really net you anything there. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna find this Pango, go for that spear, and he's like, wait a minute, he's already used Rolling Thunder.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, that was a 5-man rotation up there, but again, the Juggernaut went up with the IO, so he's going to be able to go right back up to the other side of the map again and farm this the creep or the ancient stack. The bottom lane, which is being shoved in now. This game's slower than I would like at the moment, but I think SAG they're happy to stall this out until at least Juggernaut has done his second item after his Battle Fury.
Yeah, I mean, his Battle Fury is not really the standard item that you see on a lot of heroes or a lot of Juggernaut builds, but like we said, in a game where you're this far ahead, there's really no reason not to go for it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Think they scouted the Ogre TP? Yes, they do. He drops a ward, stuns out onto the IO. Storm on the backside. They find a Juggernaut. That's the big one. He's going to go for the Blade Fury, but Storm's still holding this lasso. Question is, will he be able to find the kill? And he grabs him, pulls him right back into the multi-shot from the Drow. Double kill goes the way of Lou, and that is how you get your Drow back into this game. Or not really back into this game, but I guess further ahead.
Yeah. Juggernaut down for like what 30 seconds here. This will give Jarvan the opportunity to farm a little bit of an advantage. It looked like the Battle Rider was going to give up there. They couldn't catch the Juggernaut because of those phase boots, but you know, he did wrap around there on the Nyx Assassin and set off onto him. So good positioning there by 928.
I think you're going to lose Rain.
Not so good positioning by Rain. They get D-Stones at the same time though.
I mean, you're okay with that then. Losing him bottom, the Arena Spear mid lane, that's the blink combo that we were talking about was missing. But
want to do it. All right, never mind. Doesn't want to dive the tower. I thought he was trying to
spike carapace the ball or something.
Yeah. That would have been cool, but he didn't want to dive that one. Son Goku was aware of it because he pulled the balls back in the first time that he was trying to line that one up, but once he was close to the tower, let him go again.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I can die to this.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So, Storm on his way back to the base. Looks like he's just going to go heal up
Dire
and then
are scanning.
towards that BKB
Radiant's
here.
bottom tower is under
Very
attack.
close game now. Just about a 1,000 gold lead
Radiant
here for the sign of
structures
Sparking
are
Arrow. The Juggernaut obviously still
Dire's
very farmed at the top of the net worth spot, but the rest of the cores aren't that far behind anymore.
I'll take that.
D-Stone's going to drop Meteor Hammer bottom, and they will get themselves their first tower of the
Radiant's
game.
bottom
Meanwhile,
tower
top,
has fallen.
Enid, and Rain doing the same. So, straight for the safe lane towers. Pretty standard stuff. We see that happen all the time.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Next objective for both these teams is going to be mid, but it's not easy for either team to fight into the enemies. You can turn fights around so quickly with Astral Imprisonment and Nightmare Fiend's Grip. On the other side, if you don't know the positioning of the Drow Rangers, you can do a lot with the right clicks and with
Radiant's
Moment Shot
bottom
and
tower is under
Mars as well,
attack.
and turn things pretty quickly, stop you from getting away. So
928 scouted Bane for a moment, so he pops that Vendetta, heads bottom, but isn't going to actually scout him out anymore, so.
things slowed down a little bit, and yeah, neither team wants to go for any objectives when they don't know where the enemies are, so just playing as far away from their opponents as possible. They're gonna smoke up right now actually on the Sparking Arrow game, completely contest what I just said, even though they don't have the BKB done on the OD. We'll see if they get punished for this.
Dire's top
Hammer
tower
drop in the
is
mid
under
lane. They
attack.
are going to go ahead and Mars is going to see this these two heroes rotating in, so he just blinks right into the trees and he will TP home. He does not want to risk it. Smart play there from him. The smoke doesn't look like it's going to connect on anyone.
I think they were hoping that OD showing in the mid lane or OD would show in the mid lane and they'd be able to catch somebody out in the top lane, but Pango and the other Bane, they don't manage to catch anybody.
That is a Grove
Been
bow
playing so
for OD. Quite nice.
They sit very far back with that one. Aquila for the Drow Ranger. Very nice. Extra damage.
It's also very nice. Mid lane, Fiend's Grip onto the Nyx. They'll find that kill and now turn their attention towards the mid tier 1. Batrider does have his BKB now, so there's no way that you can stop him without that Fiend's Grip. Question is, will he still be able to use it? There's going to be the fortification for the moment. The healing ward needs to be dealt with. It looks like they're just going to give up the tower. Flyby drops the Rolling Thunder. Going to be able to blink on in, find the Mars. Spirit Vessel is there. Yules will buy him a little bit of time, but the blink, he gets it.
Very nice timing.
Now, Storm debating on trying to chase here, but it is not easy.
No, you don't want to waste your BKB, then have them turn things around on you, so looks like they did get out after grabbing that mid-tier 1 tower. They see Drow Ranger.
Does Flame Break interrupt reload?
No.
It doesn't, right? It'd have to be a stun or something.
Yeah. That's just force movement. You need a stun or a silence to interrupt the relocate. There's BKB done on the Drow Ranger. And now everyone except for Drow smoked up, but they're going to be looking for D-Stones here in the top lane. But
yeah.
he cleared out the creep wave too fast. No, D-Stones!
He runs to the high ground. They found him. And that OD gets melted under these 3 heroes. Great find there for YBB.
That Observer Ward ended up being his undoing. He thought he was safe, and they just smoked up into him.
Then they lose the Observer Ward. Very sad. Gonna walk right into the Roach Pit. Scan does come through from Sparking Arrow. OD dead for 30 seconds without buyback. And Lou with Bloodlust. I mean, he takes this fairly fast, but...
Right, he's gonna try to get in there with the Rolling Thunder. He's got Blink Dagger on the Pangolier. He can snap the entire team with this one.
Yeah, they're gonna go. He's going right into the pit. They've got to get out, but the BKB comes out from Lou. Omni Slash melts this Nyx Assassin. The question is, can they actually continue fighting here? BKB pop from Storm. Looks like he just wants to get on out as Flyby. Sight sets on Aunid, but didn't want to do it. Yeah, they're actually just gonna walk into the Roshan.
Oh no.
And just right back over to Sparking Arrow instead, and Juggernaut's gonna grab the Aegis.
Yeah, if you could have interrupted that, the Pangos like jump in there. I mean, that Blink Dagger and Rolling Thunder came out so timely there. It was absolutely necessary for them to be able to take that team fight. Without that, there was just no way they were able to contest the Roshan. So nice play, recognizing they need to get over there ASAP. I thought, in fact, they might relocate in with the Pango and the IO, but that would have been absolutely insane.
Yeah, you just catch a gust. Lou with that new BKB would have been able to just kill the IO, but yeah, Rolling Thunder very good around the pit. I mean, we know this, and they just weren't. I'm pretty sure Arena was still on cooldown as well, since they had just committed at top, so they didn't have a lot of their spells to be able to find kills. And of course, Storm unable to get on top of anyone. He still doesn't have Blink. Yeah, he's going for the Aether Lens next. So
yep. Play there by Spark Arrow Gaming now on the back foot here on YBB. I'm playing into this Aegis. These kills on the Juggernaut not going to be so easy. I think they just have to kind of let him do what he wants, as long as he doesn't go too far forward the next couple of minutes here. Top lane.
Reload top, yeah. Nightmare out. Bane, another feed script. All right, 922 needs to catch a break, but instead, oh no, he gets caught by a brain sap. You know, 928 is having a rough one.
He didn't want to steal the kill from him. He didn't want to steal the kill, so he didn't hit him with that vendetta, but because of it, he ended up going down. Oh no, he was just trying to be a good
finally
teammate.
Gets out. He was like, I'm free, baby. Spike Carapace and runs, and then just
he wanted to give it up. He could have, he like canceled his auto attack like 2 or 3 times, thinking he realized the lasso wasn't going to finish him up, and then he tried to go for it, but it was too late by then.
Oh, Astral, not onto the correct Ogre, but I don't think it really matters all that much, as there's plenty of damage here from D-Stones to find that kill.
Rough stuff.
He's just blocking a camp with the with the illusions.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Very nice. All right, what else we got going on bottom lane? I have Scotty almost completed here on MS. Just needs another 900 gold, and no, we're playing against a couple of ranged here cores, both the Bat Rider and the Drow Ranger. If he can get on top of you once he has this, there's going to be no getting away. He's also going to be significantly tankier.
Yeah. Drow needs a lot of items at this point. Like, the BKB has slowed down her damage quite a bit, and she's now queued up the Hurricane Pike as well. So you have this scenario where, like, your Drow, she's going to be hard to kill, but she doesn't actually do a lot of damage if anyone is able to cancel out the marksmanship aura, right?
So it's just a matter of staying on top of the Drow Ranger. A disable marksmanship then should be fairly easy for SAG.
Radiant's bottom tower.
I feel like that's just a change that, like, that's like such a Dota 1 mechanic where they're like, oh, you are a ranger that plays, so anyone that's close to you disables your passive. I feel like that just needs to be removed.
The Dota 1 mechanic was like, marksmanship gave you agility, and that was it.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah,
that was your whole
I mean, like,
just agility.
Yeah. I mean, like, the fact of it getting disabled and stuff, right, by people being within like a range, just like, I feel like that's just like an old, I don't know, some archaic type of interaction that just needs to go. Would Drow be too strong if you couldn't cancel marksmanship?
I also panic when people are within 400 range of me.
I believe that. I know you. Spear comes out, gonna be able to stop that engagement here as the Juggernaut pinned up against the wall. They're able to pop that smoke, so nice disengage here from YBB. When you say 400 range, Neff, what does that translate to? Arena Spear, they find the IO. That's the big target to initiate on, but he's got the healing ward beside him, and Bane. They'll put this Nyx Assassin to sleep last, so he's going to catch onto the OT, but again, they haven't killed the healing ward. It's just topping them all off. Unit in so much trouble. D-Stones will just use that BKB to finish him off. They grab the IO. Ogre Magi trying to hobble way back into base, but it's not enough. 3 heroes die.
Middle tower is under attack.
The 2 biggest cores are still standing. You've still got Drow Ranger and the Bat Rider, but these 2 heroes aren't going to be able to do anything by themselves. I think they're just going to be able to whittle away at the tower here. Yeah, Meteor Hammer.
Meteor Hammer as well. Very easy to do. Age is going to expire here in just a couple of seconds, but I mean, this healing ward probably did like 6,000 healing in that fight. Like that is
because the Battle Rider by himself did like 5,400 hero damage there, but honestly, it felt like nothing. It's got to be the Drow Ranger who takes this one out. Nobody else able to close the distance and deal with that. So Juggernaut is absolutely insane. Not just for like the amount of damage he's pumping up, but the healing ward as well. Probably MVP. You don't have the burst damage. It's all like damage over time on your side.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't go the healing ward cooldown though. Isn't that like one of the normal talents that a lot of people take?
Yeah, it is. It just means you have to play around, you know, coming off of cooldown a little bit later, so you don't push as aggressively. I think they could have kept going if they had the healing ward cooldown, but the attack speed with the extra damage, you can come in clutch sometimes. You just need to be a little bit stronger.
They get the D ward there, but still a little bit afraid as the Juggernaut is very strong and very scary. Level 17, almost at level 3 Omni Slash. And D-Stone's on his way to a Lincoln Sphere.
I mean, Nimbus doesn't have the Aegis anymore, so they can try to find a kill often. They need to do something. They've given up too much of the map, and they're going to fall behind in XP pretty heavily if they don't control either of these outposts.
I mean, they're about 3,000 behind in experience, about 5,000 in gold. So it's not the worst, but yeah, you're right. The double outpost does start adding up for sure as this continues on.
Titan Sliver found here on the Mars, and that's going to come in handy. You're probably hanging on to that on your hero.
Spider legs for the Jug. Oh, baby. That is good.
They're running people down with your Blade Fury. It's going to be so easy now.
He's queuing up the Aghanim Scepter.
Yep, he's not going for the shard this game. Instead, he just wants to stay on top of people with by spamming out these Omni Slash and Swift Slashes. And against Drow Ranger, I do prefer this. I think
my guess is he's waiting for the Roshan too, maybe, for shard, assuming that he's going to get it.
True.
He scout the Nyx Assassin. He's going to try and TP out, and he's going to be successful. Unable to make it there in time on D-Stones for that Astral.
Yeah. Nice escape. They buy themselves a little bit of time, and at least they're not falling any further behind. They just can't take any team fights into Sparking Arrow Gaming. They need the Blink Dagger done on Storm here on this Bat Rider.
All right, he's going to go ahead and take the Elven Tunic on Juggernaut instead.
I mean, the evasion is... I mean, if your armor is useless, if the Drow Ranger attacking you, evasion is going to come in handy. Marksmanship does go through evasion, right?
Yep, Marksmanship has True Strike. They're going to find the Ogre Magi here, and Rolling Thunder comes through. Oh, does he... He's bonked up onto the high ground. Rain gonna force stab himself away, but I'm just gonna come through here from D-Stones. Dude, he almost got the ding 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 and took down Bane.
His Bane's already back up at full HP though. They just can't deal with this. A 2-minute Roshan respawn timer. I think this is okay for YBB. You won't have your Daedalus by then. You do have your BKB completed on the Mars though, and you'll have your Blink Dagger completed on Bat Rider. Probably, as long as he doesn't die going forward here.
So you now have the shard bonus on Io, so the tether stun plus the additional movement speed from tether is very strong. So they're basically going to be hasted running around the map here as the Juggernaut Io. Yeah, that mini stun, not a mini stun, I guess 1.75 second stun is not really that short, but very strong.
Yep.
Almost has blink. He is 10 gold away. This is a big deal for the Bat Rider. He's got the Aether Lens. He's got the Sharn on his way to the Blink Dagger. And once you have that, you can more reliably pick off these backline heroes.
You got Ceremonial Robe. It's like the best item for him as well.
Did he find? He found a Ceremonial Robe?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's very good.
So be an extra, what, 0.4 seconds on your Flaming Lasso.
Does Cloak of Flames work with Sticky Napalm? I don't think it does, right? I know Radiance does, right? But
it did. Radiance doesn't.
Oh, Radiance doesn't. Okay. It's hard to keep up with all these like random Bat Rider interactions that keep changing. Yeah. I know Dragon Scale still works, right? Or do they remove that one too?
Dragon Scale? I think that one works.
I remember people getting really mad about the grenade interaction. That one was funny.
That one was hilarious. Again, if you had it on your team and you were playing against it.
Just get the shard, throw a flame break, and sticky napalm, and then hit them with the grenade, and they take like 1,000 damage.
Yeah.
They're smoked up here on the side of YBB, trying to find anything to get on top of. MS does have that Aghanim Scepter done. They're going to smoke up themselves here. Storm pops it and just blinks right out. So
yeah, he
knows.
Gets so slashed.
Yeah, he's a little bit afraid there. CJ going for the high ground, but there's a sentry there to scout up an arena. Not going to really do much as D-Stone's able to save him. Pops the BKB, trying to get on in. They get the Fiend's Grip on the bat right. He gets pushed into the fight by mistake. And A-Unit eating an Omni Slash here. Gonna go down. They end up taking 3, and they've even found Nyx once again as 928 try to come into this fight to help out. And it's going to be D-Stone's here to finish him off.
Yeah. 4 heroes down. The Bat Rider just cannot get his initiation caught up by the Fiend's Grip, but put forward by that Rolling Thunder, right?
No, I think it was a mistake. I'm pretty sure Ogre force-staffed him.
Oh, no.
I think Ogre tried to force-staff him, and he ended up going into the fight by mistake.
I had my camera elsewhere in the middle of that fight, so I didn't see what pushed him so far forward, but yeah, he is way too far forward there. And getting caught up by that Fiend's Grip and could not get that Flaming Lasso off. Blink Dagger ends up being for nothing, and there's no buyback right now on the Mars or
Radiant's bottom tower.
or the Bower, so they'll be able to set up around these tier 3 towers at the very least before these heroes respawn. They can just sit on top of the high ground and not let them approach them.
Yeah, and the Flak not gonna be able to clean up the wave here. Drow gonna try and clean it up here with the multi-shot, but
I think they just go back in.
I would think so, but looks like they're a little bit afraid to. They are. They don't want to risk going high ground here against the Drow.
Bizarre choice. I mean, Mars, we're still on cooldown for a little bit, but with the tier 3 cleaned up, they can go for that Rax afterwards, and maybe they'll look to take Mega Creeps in one swoop here. They still need to take the tier 1 and tier 2 in the top lane. I'm just not sure what item it is that they're waiting for on the side.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I'm clicking at all these heroes. I'm like, what item do they need? I mean, Juggernaut's sitting on 4,000 gold. I think you go Blink Dagger, right? Like you just go the Swift Blink.
Yeah.
With this build.
Yeah, because you want to be able to sit on top of the Drow Ranger, get him on the back.
Mars. Yoinks the Bounty Rune, gets the Blink out. D-Stone's on his way to a Hex, finish up the Lincolns. Yeah, I feel like they've got everything they need. Looks like they're just going to go ahead and slow push the top lane now. Take down the tier 1 and eventually the tier 2 so that all 3 lanes are exposed.
Sitting on 5,000 gold now. It's going to take a little while for them to shove in the top lane though. D-Stone's clearing out the wave behind them. But they'll take control of the triangle in the meantime. On the other side, again, they were working on this. They were going to be working on the Daedalus on the Drow Ranger. Instead, they went for the Silver Edge. And now she's got a Daedalus queued up after this. So the Drow Ranger just trying to go all in on damage, hoping that she can blow up this Juggernaut in the duration of like a lasso or a single stun. That is a very bold move.
I mean, I really like the Silver Edge option here because I think you needed something that gives you a little bit more. It's sad that you need more survivability here because you already have like BKB Hurricane Pike. But
Radiant's top tower.
Silver Edge is just so good of an item right now. Top lane. That's pushed into base. The break. Okay, there's your Drow damage. You're gonna force the healing ward, and on that, they will just disengage once again. Afraid to go high ground against YBB.
Yeah. But again, it's not like they could commit the lasso for the Juggernaut there. If he'd done that, then he either gets back up with the Aegis or he gets saved by the IO who relocates out.
Or, you know, oh, OD wasn't there, I guess.
Nullifier being teed up now on the Juggernaut. That's going to be his last item.
Yeah, I just saw that. I guess cancels Force Staffs and stuff like that, which are all pretty good.
They've got a Ghost Scepter on Nyx Assassin. I think they'll probably start to get Ghost Scepters on these other heroes. I wouldn't have minded the Blink Dagger pickup though, but I guess if you buy a Blink Dagger and they buy Ghost Scepters, then you're kind of wasting an inventory slot in your cooldowns.
Yeah. You're just gonna rely on reload instead, I think. So, Storm, top lane, just gonna try and split push out this wave here. I mean, they do get some ward vision planted here in their triangle, which is nice. It's not an easy one to deward either, since you usually are checking for the high ground spots, but I say that. Is he just gonna guess? Oh, they have a gem.
Yeah, they do. It's gonna clear
Do they?
everything.
Yeah, they have a gem. They have a gem on Pango.
They need to keep them boxed into their base.
I was meant to have this.
Get themselves a bigger net worth lead.
16K. Continuing the growth.
Drow's getting bigger though. She really wants this. Does she have the Demon Edge?
No, she has her courier up in the corner of the map there, but doesn't have the Demon Edge quite yet. I'm wondering if she actually does decide to go for the Daedalus here.
The Shadow Blade Daedalus build? I'm sorry, Silver Edge.
You do a lot of damage with crits with marksmanship.
You do.
And you do technically have a higher percentage chance to crit with 2, right? They technically can just proc independently.
Yes, and if they proc at the same time, then the higher one will override the lower one.
Which is Daedalus, right?
Yep. It's I think it stacks diminishingly though.
Yeah. Slowing back down here as we're just waiting out potentially the next Roche as MS age is gonna expire. He has that nullifier. Queues up that swift blink like we were talking about. It is definitely the item that you have to go with this type of Juggernaut build because you just need to be able to gap close and find like a solid Omni Slash or a solid Swift Slash. Nullifier makes it so that there's no surviving at that point, which is really smart.
But still, I don't like how this game is slowed down to a crawl. I want to see more action. It'll happen once Roshan is back up, but maybe they'll make a play after Draw Ranger gets a Daedalus, try to catch somebody out of the base, but all the teams are playing so close together that...
Radiant's courier has been
no.
What?
You hate to see it. The Lose Courier ended up going down.
Oh, you're right. Oh, no.
Yeah, the same time that he went to throw it into the shop, the OD happened to blink over there. And they're not going to be able to exit the base to grab that because there's an observer ward over here too. If you want to be able to leave your base and get yourself your Daedalus, you're going to have to like wrap around to the enemy secret shop somehow and spend a lot of time outside your base. If you die on the way over there, you're just going to lose. So this next 2.5 minutes here, you're going to be without your courier, and you're not going to be able to complete this Daedalus on the Draw Ranger. And now they're getting tier 4 neutral items on the side of Sparking Arrow Game. That's one more advantage they're going to have over YBB. Lane. I think he does have the money to finish off the Swift Blink right now on the Juggernaut,
Radiant's
but I think he's going to save buyback. If you go down, you want them to be able to like just quickly end the game, and Draw Ranger doesn't do enough damage that she's able to just like get you instantly. If she gets like 3 marksmanship procs off in a row with like some crits, you will just die.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage. That is true.
Thankfully, they do have he does have a little bit of extra added armor, thanks to this, IO's hitting this item.
928 just leaves the base, go get the D ward. He's gonna get punished for it though. Just trying to find something here.
Yeah, I want to be able to clear out the observer, so it was safe to send the courier there next time. But this observer ward that they planted in the top lane, just in front of the tier 3 tower, is also going to scout out any couriers they throw up there. So they're keeping them boxed into their base, not just their heroes, but also stopping them from getting into the secret shop. If they want to send one, then it's got to be to the enemy secret shop.
That as tribute.
Another 58 seconds until that one respawns. But yeah, net worth lead has been getting worse the last couple of minutes here. We're up 22k net worth here on Sparking Arrow. And it's going to be a fairly quick Roche respawn, only 40 seconds until it's up, and at that point there's nothing stopping Sparking Arrow. I think they just want to close this out before the Draw Ranger is able to leave the base and get items, but they saw...
Go for the smoke.
Did they see Juggernaut in the bottom lane? I mean, they're going to relocate in, but...
This is as good as it's going to get. They're trying to find Flyby, but he gets Rolling Thunder off in time for Staff from Rain. Not going to be enough to save him, but the relocate comes through. And with the BKB, they get the stun out onto the IO. They will be able to try and bring it down, but a nice astral save from D-Stones. He drops that hammer, and on the backside, Lasso's going to find the bait. Yes, you're going to be able to get one kill, but your Drow? She just gets dove to the base by MS.
Yeah, nothing you're able to do. She's blown up immediately. The Juggernaut, way too much damage. And unfortunately, no one other than the Drought Ranger is able to pump out damage themselves. I mean, Batrider, he got his flame break off. He lassoed the Bane to stop him from getting anybody, but that is all that they ended up doing. If Drought's not hitting anybody, then your game just falls apart. Probably even further behind. Roshan, they now claim as well. Buyback is on cooldown on this Drow Ranger, and Pause comes out. She's now flying the courier out of the base to try and get herself her Daedalus, but I'm not sure she's going to have this before they're ready to push here on Sparking Arrow. They didn't even commit Omni Slash in that last team fight. They've got Fiend's Grip available, so they could just run them down in their base here, take advantage of this Drow Ranger buyback.
And stupidity.
And MS, he's got a bone to pick with YBB after that last game.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking pretty good. Aegis, Cheese. I'm just curious who they end up giving that one to. But yeah, Aghanim Scepter now free for D-Stones. Quite nice.
So it wouldn't be a moment. Yeah, don't know what the issue is, but I think it'll be sorted quickly. Cheese is on the ground still. The Juggernaut's going to be so scary in this next team fight. I mean, we saw what he did to Drow Ranger with just like a single Swift Slash onto him. Killed him immediately. It's going to be even worse here, I think, to this Aghanim's Blessing. I wonder... I'm just trying to think about how they take these team fights, because again, I do think they've gone for the best option, but without this Daedalus completed on the Drow Ranger, I don't think you'd be able to blow up anybody fast enough.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. Well, one team ready to go. Waiting on the G's from Sparking Arrow here.
Be just a moment. All right. Top lane. I mean, you still got another 30 seconds on Mars's BKB. If he doesn't have that, then it's another thing that's going to cost him this next team fight. So again, I don't really see how they defend. Like, I think that it's Sparking Arrow Gaming's like they need to make some significant misplays and like go down twice in the Juggernaut in order to lose this game.
Man, I mean, we might get the dream what we were talking about, dude. The four-way tie, it's possible if Sparking Arrow gets this win. All right, G's are out. Back in. 33,000 gold advantage now for Sparking Arrow Gaming.
Yeah, what you cannot see.
Overwhelming Blink just completed on the Pangolier as well. Not only is everyone going to be destroyed by his Rolling Thunder, but also going to be slowed as he comes into the team fight.
Drow trying to get her courier down to the enemy secret shop so she can get to that Daedalus, but as of right now,
no such luck.
Still needs a lot of gold after that buyback.
Are they sending heroes up here? Why are they sending the heroes up here? Are they doing it to make sure that the courier gets to the secret shop?
I think they're just farming, right? There's nowhere for these guys to farm. A-Unit has a Divine Rapier or an AC queued up, and I think at this point they just need items. They can't keep sitting in their base forever, right?
Yeah. What's he gonna do with the Divine Rapier though? I mean, maybe if he dies and Drow Ranger can somehow pick it up, they come back in this game. Yeah, he's got the AC instead.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense to me as well.
It'd be a little bit too crazy.
I mean, you can one-shot an IO with a Divine Rapier like God's Rebuke with the damage at 25, but that's a lot of ifs that have to go right here. They are going to scout this Batrider's Courier, though, heading top. And it's got so many items on it. Flyby will get the vision. He pops that fortification as well as the speed bonus. He gets the drive-by pickup on the Aghanim Scepter, but now he has to find a way to get it back to the base, dude.
Bring our boy home.
YBB, their entire game right now is microing couriers. Oh, no.
All right. He doesn't even want to bring it off of this hill here. He realized that they have like vision somewhere. They probably think that it's going to be like up on like that regular Tinker Ward.
Blink Hex from D-Stones. He finds the Mars here and a kill. A-Unit, he ended up missing the spear onto some of those melee creeps, and as a result, he wasn't able to one-shot the wave. Space made though for the Batrider Courier. Hopium.
Space Marine for the courier? Is that what you just said?
Yeah. It was, dude. What do you mean?
This is it. This is my Joker moment.
All right. Juggernaut trying to move on to the high ground and put some damage on this tier 3 tower. The Drow, though, has that hypothermia, and that is a lot of damage. Blinken by Flyby pops BKB. D-Stone's going to return with his own Feeds Grip on his Batrider. Drown. He's got the Force Staff, ends up saving her. It was just a Swift Slash, though. Omni still online. Ogre. Gonna catch an Astral. Aiden comes in. Blink Arena Spirit. He does catch the Juggernaut. Can they bring him down? The damage from the Drow. He's doing his best, but it's not going to be in time. They get the Gust out. Hex comes through from the OD. They just need to get on top of the Drow Ranger and MS. But instead drop the Omni onto the Mars instead, and it's going to go over and catch the Ogre as well. 3 heroes dead in the base, about to be a 4th, and that is it. The GG and Sparking Arrow managed to take the series over YBB.
And we get one step closer to that 4-way tiebreaker that we were talking about. Sparking Arrow game and showing that they're just as strong, just as capable of taking down any team here, and we're one of the favorites.